Hello, everybody. I really hope these are working. Oh, looks like shit's working. God, I hope it is.
Yay.
Yeah. And I get music going. Is everything gonna work for a while? Go. That's,
Uh-oh. Is it just me or does Nick sound weird?
Yeah, no, he sounds weird. Nick, you sound weird.
you telling me this now?
No, you sound fine. You just
No,
got
now you sound fine.
you got underwater for a minute, video being weird.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Hello, everybody. Welcome
A
to
lot of you
Mysteries of
guys have
Ulvad.
been asking me to make
I don't know if
more
you can tell,
detailed
but
videos on
I'm
how
out of
I
it.
make my tracks.
Now, Omni,
That's why
before
I
we start.
decided
All
to
right,
make the
Omni, you are
first
flat-footed.
production course.
Have fun.
In this course,
It's
I will break down
No.
off the bat, it's fucking already punishing. I like how Alec was literally like, "Can you put a flat foot thing?" I'm like, "Sure," and then he immediately gave it to Omni as soon as I put it in on the last session.
God damn.
Unfair.
Awesome.
Nah, it's
Oh,
alright.
thanks for the reset, boss man. 15 months. That's fucking
Sony
wild.
Music, Warner Music,
Hey, man.
and
Well
one
earned.
second.
Well
I'll
earned.
also include
Thank you.
the stems,
Love you, brother.
presets, and of course the FLP project.
Okay,
for those
so,
of you who take this
um,
course. It's
I'm gonna let my
available
players
right
do the
now on
recap
the
for me.
website. So
Obviously, we're
let's check
joined
out
by
the
the last Omnitech, Elise, between D&D, and Skagwater RPG. But I would like for them to do the recap. I'm gonna just, no need to be ceremonious.
Boy.
We want to roll for it? See who goes first?
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead, please. Any way you'd like.
I got
over my
go.
pill.
16 from me.
14. Not it.
Oh, I guess Alira's going first.
Oh boy. Okay.
Have fun.
Okay. It's been a hot minute since the last time we played.
That it has.
I remember Andel gave us some directions about where to go and what to look out for. We did a little bit of downtime with some foraging and gathering, and then we went on our way after we got in, a rest to heal everybody up. So, we did a little bit of exploring out in the bog, got our shoes muddy, and we stumbled across a creepy bridge, which is where I will let Omni pick up.
Cool. Well, you guys already start with you guys already get yourselves a hero point. So.
Do we get extra hero points? Or?
No, I'm not giving you 2 hero points. For
No.
You get your hero point for giving me the recap to begin with.
The one. That's all that you will ever get.
Just the one. Nothing more, nothing less.
Omni, that'd be you, I think, right?
Why do I keep doing this to myself? You know why? It's because I keep making loud noises. Anyway, so I've been talking to myself over here quietly in the background.
Well,
After we arrived at the bridge, which we're on the way to our eventual goal, which is to hunt down, find these creatures and these former elves, and hopefully give them some peace after they've been corrupted by some foul magic, disease. We're not quite sure exactly what it is, but whatever it is, it seems like it is not good. If there's any cure or anything, we can't find it. We're not equipped to deal with it, and the best we can do is offer the remaining elves peace. So as we went to this bridge, we realized, oh, we should probably sneak across, or at least try to cross it normally. But we noticed there were a couple of creatures hanging out by the bridge, the dubious little fellas, getting ready, that are very clearly guarding it and would make to attack us. And so we took a moment and figured, okay, how are we going to deal with this battle? And we also realized that this river is something we should not go through. We shouldn't ford it. It's too deep. It's too far down. It moves too quickly. So this rickety-ass bridge became our focus. We set up the beginning of a battle plan. Vidas climbed the top of the tree line and spotted some of these creatures. and the rest of the party basically made a beeline and started fighting through. And after some very clever fighting, we managed to start to clear off our side of the bridge and the other side. And then we had to cross it, and that's when things got complicated. Hey, I think this is the perfect time for you, Skag.
I think so too. So, when we were crossing the bridge, it was a challenge because I think I broke the bridge kinda sorta, being the smallest and the lightest of us all. And everybody else went fine. We had to tie up Vidas to make sure that he wouldn't fall, but ended up he actually probably would have fallen if he didn't run across too fast. The bridge collapsed into the ravine where we saw something big and scary. Don't know exactly what it was, but it surfaced.
And we didn't really want to find out what it was.
Nope. Well, Ezros and Vidas decided, no, we don't want to. You almost did.
Not against her, not because I wanted to, it's just because I was not doing good.
And so now that's a future
Croc.
us problem to figure out how the hell to
Yes,
get back.
yes.
We should definitely take a different way.
But the same way is also great.
That I have to disagree.
Means we have to find another bridge or make our own.
The bridge of
Both of
animates.
them are not. Yeah, both not very great options.
That gentle reminder that encounters need not have enemies to be fucking challenging. As we were nearly laid out by a fucking bridge.
Yeah.
I want to get killed by a bridge.
Instead of rocks falling,
I'd love to see
everyone
that kill
dies,
feed.
Bridge collapses, everyone dies.
Yeah.
Okay, right on. Thanks for the recap. Well, I'm going to throw you right into it with some exploration actions, as it were.
Oh, sweet.
Oh boy.
Let me see.
Yes.
What could go wrong?
Nothing can go wrong.
Never.
I'm gonna take out the map and make sure that we're on the right track.
Mhm.
Let me see. What could I do? I am the ranger. Kitty cat, what are you doing?
Nobody got hurt, right?
Last I checked, no, I think we're all okay.
I don't think so. We just almost instantly died.
Alira took
Yeah.
damage.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did.
Mhm.
Is it on my
That's right.
token?
Yeah, it took 5 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, not too bad, honestly, considering like the fight really wasn't the part that posed the threat for us. It was the fall into giant monster beast in the water that I don't want to deal with.
So what do you guys think? Survival check to get our bearings, stealth check to hide, or perception check to see if any more of those blighted creatures are around?
How about you do a survival check to get our bearings? I can do a stealth check pretty well. I've got a pretty high dex.
I can do a medicine check to make sure that you're good to go.
Okay.
Treat wounds action.
Indeed.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, survival check from me then. That'll be a d20 plus 5.
Okay.
That'll be a 15. Completely average.
So what's the check you're making again?
I'm making a survival check to get our bearings after we cross the bridge.
Okay, well, I need a specific action. Let me. There's a name for it. I know what you're talking about, but I mean.
Check actions.
Were you trying to track? Like, would it be tracking?
exploration activity. I mean, there is one that literally just allows you to find out where you are. Sense direction.
Seek. That one, sense direction.
Yep. Okay. You rolled a 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here we go.
You know what direction you're headed. You know which way is north, and you know that you are heading north, quote unquote.
So I'm asking, are we still on track?
Yeah, for now.
Okay. All right, there's my check. Go ahead, kiddos.
Let's see.
What do you mean, kiddos?
guess-
Aren't both of these guys older than you?
I didn't
Yeah.
say that seriously. I said that knowing that I wasn't calling them children.
All right,
I think
child.
in fairness, I kiddo all of you constantly. So,
Don't ever call
Even
me
though I
kiddo.
still look older than you.
I'm pretty sure you might. I think you're one of the few folks in the space that's as old as me. I think you and I and Soul are in the same ballpark. Of like we're
Yeah.
the old crew. We're the old
old
boys.
god.
The old god.
Yeah, you guys are among the oldest, and I am the youngest.
And together,
No,
we're
wait, Alex.
perfectly average.
Alec is older than us.
Is he?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No,
Yep.
actually, is he? I thought Alec was a little younger.
Soul's older than all of y'all.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah, he
Soul's
is.
got
Soul's
our.
older.
Yeah, Soul's got us. I think Vidas will use the scout action. He's trying to He's trying to make sure that whichever path we're taking isn't going to lead us into any surprises. So, if Alira's got the map and is making sure we're going in the right direction, Vidas is making sure that the direction we're going is going to be safe. If that makes sense.
Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead and make
All right.
a roll for me.
Okay, sick. So I figure that'll be a stealth roll as he's ranging ahead, if that's all right. Okay.
Technically, it doesn't require a roll. I just want to see what you got. So.
Oh, 25 after mod.
That's for your stealth? Okay.
Yep.
So, you notice that it does get quite cold out of nowhere. Like, as you're, like, pressing on it. It's pretty cool most of the day. I mean, it's about a little below 60 degrees just because of the lack of sunlight reaching the ground. And it starts to get, like, supernaturally cold as you proceed further on into your desired location. Your place of search.
I think at this point, you'd also pull his heavy clothing a little closer, turn around. You all might want to draw your clothing a little tighter around you. It's going to get exceptionally chilly very shortly. There's some fell chill in the air.
You guys are level 2, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay, cool. Just making sure you guys leveled up
yeah. Yes.
before I. Never mind.
Before you beat our
Before
team.
we all die.
I didn't say that, but I implied it.
Yeah, you did.
Just making sure. You know, there's something weird going on as you're scouting ahead, Vetus. Obviously, with the sudden chill in the air and the sort of weird clinging fog that's grown thicker as you progress.
It's not foreboding
Yeah,
at all.
there is something foul in northern Ulvad. Yeah, no, he would just make sure everyone knows, like, hey, warm up, get your cloaks on, pull them close, and keep an eye out. Something's getting weird. Something very weird up here.
What do you mean, like a storm patch?
Like fog and chill, but not weather patterns. Something off.
Would
Foul.
I know what he's talking about because I have the weather thing?
Well, this is definitely supernatural, so I would allow you to make an occultism check.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. A 23, right? Yeah.
23?
15 plus 8. 23.
That sounds right. Okay, let's see. Well, you know for sure that this is some sort of magic that is causing this to happen.
Not
Without a
magic.
doubt. Like, what exact kind of magic it is that is causing this, there's no way of knowing, but you know that this is not a natural cold.
Can I get a sense of like where it's coming from?
Due north.
Due north.
Oh boy, that's the direction we're supposed to be going.
Mhm.
Of course. Of course it is. Wow. It's always gotta be this way.
What do you mean, what's the matter?
I mean, like, we're heading in the direction that we need to go. And that's what's over in the direction we need to go. The fucking cold.
It would not be a job worth paying for if there wasn't some degree of adversity. Or else why pay? Or in this case, why give anything? That's called charity work. I don't do charity work.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to patch up. I keep on writing down Bird Lady 2, and it drives me nuts now. It's just stuck. I'm like, damn it! I still wrote down Bird Lady yet.
Oh, yeah?
Bird Lady.
My name is Elia. My boy bothers and shake.
Bird Lady is just easy to remember. Let me take a look at your runes.
I'm fine, it's just the guts.
Are you sure?
She's obviously trying to be tough. 5 damage is like a third of her health.
Are you sure? He looks closer.
Yeah, you can see blood. It's kind of soaking through her clothing, and there's a
It's just a-
sizable gash on her arm.
It's just a cut, only a half a foot deep, not a big deal.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Let me try and help out a little bit.
Fine, if you must.
And he will take a look at whatever's going on and see if there's anything wrong or looks weird about this wound, and if there's not, he will patch it up.
Sure. Yeah, there's nothing inherently wrong with the wound as you're looking at it, but you may make your, well, you're an alchemist.
I'm pretty sure I just got shot, so.
Okay, so 15 plus, so dirty 20.
On the heel?
Which
Nice.
equals, yeah, 2d8.
Mm-hmm.
Juicy.
Delicious.
Yeah, you're full.
Woo! Thank you.
A 5 and a 7. You're good.
Thank you.
Now, don't tear it open again.
She just nod a little, like, okay.
Or I'll tear you open.
I can't really do that. I'm like this much taller, this much shorter. And he does like this with his arms, but it's still like almost to the ground.
You are very small.
I know, thank you. I'm kind of sneaky, but not super sneaky. The problem is getting me to shut up.
I've noticed.
You know, it's funny, where I come from, being considered small would not be an enviable thing. Not that it's an inherently bad thing, but it's much easier to brag about being large than it is to brag about being bite-sized, as it were.
I'm not bite-sized.
Don't bite him. What's wrong with you?
Oh my goodness. You all need to go to a pastry shop.
About me.
I absolutely did not say I was going to bite you.
Don't bite
Trouble
him. Leave
brothers.
him alone. He just healed me.
Oh my goodness. He just rolls his eyes.
I'm not okay.
Get our warm weather clothes on and we'll head north.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are still heading north.
Was there any more of those patches of herbs and stuff on the way there? Because I know
No.
that I got one last time, but that was it.
You did find the one, but that you'll have to use your. You already used your downtime to
Yeah,
not
no,
downtime,
that's
but exploration.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here.
And while we're doing that, I'm gonna do some quick alchemy.
Quilk.
Alchemy.
Nice.
Alchemy.
Alchemy. Yep,
Alchemy, yes.
because I can do that. Now, what exactly? You didn't tell me exactly what those herbs do.
They will just act as reagents to allow you to create even more potions without
Okay, cool.
using resources. So you can, as though you were starting your day, you can create a batch of 2 tinctures.
Cool. What would be helpful here?
Because alchemist needs the help.
Just kind of.
Always.
Alchemist is like diet wizard.
But I have fun with it.
No, that's fine. You can heal. Be a witcher.
I'm going to make some bombs.
Bombs.
This.
What?
I make bombs
Why?
because why not?
But why? What are you going to blow up?
Blow up. Someone's blowing something up. What?
I could.
Oh, I missed something very important. And he's gonna keep walking ahead of you guys, but listen a little more keenly now.
It's not a very big bomb.
Then
promise.
Then why make it?
Vetus, what's your perception, DC?
Perception DC, that'd be 16.
How dare you? We're having a very important conversation right now.
I'm more than aware. Let's see.
Talking about bombs and demolition charges. It's fine.
Yeah, it would be 10 plus the mod and modifier, right? Is the roll?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
a DC.
it'd be 16.
You're sort of like making your way through the trees and like pushing ahead and taking initiative in that regard. And you as you step through the trees, you almost step right over a precipice, and this precipice is it's a good 30-foot drop. And if you didn't know any better, you would have literally just cascaded downward and fallen 30 feet, which is no bueno.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, he would immediately just, like reach back and just like grab the nearest tree and just hug it, just like, oh, I hate the forest. Careful, that's a pretty abrupt drop.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. Just the path ended right here, and he sort of gestures at like the 30-foot drop. The first step is the worst, clearly.
Falling damage is significantly worse in Pathfinder. You take damage equal to half of the distance you fell.
That would be bad.
You fall 30 feet, you take 15 damage. You fall 50 feet, you take 25 damage.
Ow.
You fall 10 feet, you take 5 damage.
I kind of like that though. That's nice. A little less random than I fell down a flight of stairs and my space marine instantly died.
That's
What's
the
your
dumbest. That's still the dumbest fucking thing out there.
I still do. I do personally love the story of the Lamenter who fell down the stairs and died. Like the Lamenters needed worse.
How does that even make any sense? Literally can shrug off a fucking rocket launcher explosion, but apparently stairs are too much.
Gravity is a bitch. So does the path just end on this cliff, or does it just keep not this cliff, but this 30-foot drop, or is there a way to get down there? Like, you know,
As you're looking out over the precipice, you see that this is just one drop of many, and that you can see the trees progressing into a decline, just like further and further down. And somewhere near the middle of them, you see this eerie blue mist going up and into the air, and it's combining with the clouds and choking out what little light the sun provides.
he would literally just point out at that and just gesture quietly.
Aldera,
Bridge.
Berlada,
No. Go ahead.
Yes.
do you think we can use a bird to launch a bomb?
What?
This is the second Pathfinder session I've had people use a bird to deliver a bomb.
Oh my god. I would like to point out that is in fact a violation of the Geneva Convention to arm animals. Just saying.
Yeah,
doing-
well, there's
but-
no Switzerland in this universe.
Right.
So...
No. Yeah.
She Geneva my convention till I violate.
I'm just saying it can work.
I'm no mage, but I'm familiar enough with the weird to tell you I've never seen anything that looked like that ended well. So
We still have to work, right? We have to climb down.
I'm not going to give Osgalan something like that. What if it hurts him?
Can I just call him Oz?
No, it's not his name.
But it's easier. Like Birdland is easier than Aldera.
Bird Lady is not easier than Aldera.
it actually even has more syllables, so it is technically.
It has the same amount of syllables.
Cinnamals.
Shut up.
Bird. I guess you're right. Yeah. Bird. Maybe.
Bird lady.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
The syllables are longer though.
Oh, Lyra. Well, it's still shut up. The same amount of syllables.
I'm just saying it might be irrelevant. Yes, I have the rope. I can start getting it hooked up for us to go down. Just be careful, all right?
Always? Kinda?
More careful than on the bridge, okay? Because if the bridge, that'll be a problem for when we go back. But if we have a say mudslide or rock slide, it'll be a problem for now.
That's the problem.
Yeah. And I can't run across a rock slide. So he's going to go to like a nearby tree and he's going to try to cinch something up. He would try to tie up a climbing knot on the tree, anchor point there, and then a climbing harness like we used before to get across the bridge. And hope it works.
We can see the bottom of this thing, right?
Not from where you are. That's another couple miles forward. You can just see
can't
copses of you can just see copses of trees. You can see where the center of this may be.
Okay, so if I like kick down a rock, yeah, all I see is just it falling.
Yeah, like so you're like up here at a rim and there's like this big dip, like so. The very center is where that stream is coming from. So it's a very long, steep drop. Like I said, Vetus came across just the first like 30-foot drop.
Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's like a massive basin.
It's like a mine thing, like one of those mining things.
Sort of, yeah, but there's trees growing here.
Okay.
I'm
That's
literally
nature's
thinking about that,
reptile.
like that. I can't remember the name of the movie, but the movie with the guy pretending to be, or the guy who's basically being Evel Knievel, and there's like a nearly 3-minute long sequence of him just falling down fucking mountainside through trees.
Oh yeah.
That's basically what I almost did right there. So,
Okay.
Oof.
except there'd
Don't
probably
do
less
that.
laugh
Don't
tracks
die.
involved with that.
Don't die.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Well, I figure you'd be the one who let them not die. You'd be the first one going down. You're lighter. And there's no way you're hauling me down there. So, I'll be your anchor.
Wouldn't it be better like if I go second?
Why?
because I'm not that somebody to still catch me at the bottom.
You will have me holding your rope. That should be enough.
Okay. Do we want to send Birdie down there to like look?
I could send him down for scouting, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Then yes, I can do that.
Okay. I don't want to die when I get down there.
Animal handling check.
Sure.
Okay, that is nature. It's nature.
Yes.
Just making sure.
You're fine.
14.
Your bird abides.
Bird.
Bird flies on down.
Bird.
Don't die, Birdie.
Time bird.
Alright. He's the scouting. I'll say that if he sees something dangerous or something alive, he could, let out a cry.
Curry.
Yeah, scree.
Okay. How far are you sending him? Because
How far can I see from where I'm?
make a perception check.
Oh no. Compounding
A
checks.
ranger that didn't take perception.
Well, I get perception by default. I'm just compounding checks are scary. Because if you mess up one, domino effect. Perception is a +7. Okay. 17.
You can see clearly out to a mile where the bird is.
Okay. Probably like as far as I can hear him then. So maybe a couple 100 feet. Thank
Okay.
you.
There we go. Audio finally clicked back in. Sorry, that was my end.
You're fine.
What
Okay.
Okay, what did I miss? What happened? I was just like, the fuck is going on?
You're good.
We were sending the bird down.
Rolling for bird.
Rolling for bird.
Meow. Scrimpo, what do you want?
Is that actually a cat?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought you were making cat sounds for a second. That didn't
No.
sound real.
No. No, that's Scrimpo. He just comes in here and meows at me until I pet him.
Adorable.
Yes. Adorable.
So it would seem.
Adorable, and he does it multiple times a day at the top of his lungs just because he wants me to pet him on the head.
That's fair.
Would I have time to make some venom and put it in a flask?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a flask and then just bite into it. Put my go around a tree, and then stick it in my tooth, and then let it drain.
Run that by me one more time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go around a corner, like around a tree, so they don't see this, and then with one of my fangs, bite into it like a snake would, and then just let it drain in there for a little bit, and then just cap it. One of my things is giant centipede venom, and I was just flavoring it as that.
Oh, okay, I understand. Very well. You milk yourself.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, Captain's gonna have fun with that one.
And then I'm gonna come around the thing, and then just be like, "I got stuff. Don't do it. It's bad."
And then, what is it?
Ah, not
Then
good
why'd you make it?
because it hurts other people.
Oh, why didn't you lead with that?
I kind of did. I said, "Don't do it. It's bad."
Right.
Okay. Well, you guys begin your descent. I take.
Mhm.
Yes.
You're going first, little dude.
Jeez.
All right.
Do I really need the rope though? Is the question when I can climb.
No, not particularly.
Oh, you
I
don't.
mean,
That'll just be, flavoring.
you don't need a whole lot of. There are some places that are a bit steeper than others, but if you take the time to just go around, there's always a place for you to be able to just hike downward, as long as you're taking it slow.
Yeah.
It'll be nightfall by the time you reach where you need to go, but
Oh yeah.
at least you'll be safe. Or you could travel at a breakneck pace and start fucking rock hopping like a penguin.
No.
Penguin!
No. I'm not rock hopping. That is a bad idea.
Okay. I should have made this map darker. That's fine. Hey. Let me introduce you guys to your doom.
Oh no.
So, as you reach the center of this thing, it's been traveling 3, 4, 5 miles, so it's probably been a good 2-3 hours carefully traversing downward. And yeah. How's that? So, you find the source of what is emitting this thick mist that's combining with the clouds to make this. What's the word I'm looking for? Not viscous, but
Miasma.
it's the sort of like opaque covering of clouds. You see that at the center of it is actually a massive skull. You're standing at the precipice now, overlooking whatever this thing is. And within this pit that is at the center of all of this, you could imagine that this initial sinkhole caused a lot of other sinkage. And inside are ancient cadavers, just dozens upon dozens of skeletons. Skeletal remains. And like I said, one massive skull. And inside of its mouth is this strange, this essence glowing so brightly between its dilapidated jaws that it's like looking at the sun. Hard to keep your eyes on it for a long period of time.
Can I make a nature check on the creature that would have a skull this large?
By all means.
Okay.
Anybody can do that if they wish.
Yeah, sure. You know what? Let's do it.
Perfectly mediocre rolls tonight.
Here you go. Ooh. Nope. I haven't killed anything this big yet.
Yet.
I got a 17.
Okay. Between you and Olira, a long dead ancient race species, whatever you would like to call it. That's it. Why it's here, why it has some sort of strange glowing essence between its mandibles, beyond you. If mandibles isn't the correct word, I don't give a fuck. I'm too tired.
Alright, damn.
You nailed it. That's the jawbone. It's a mandible.
Cool. I'm glad I narrate things better when I'm like half awake than when I do like normally.
You're doing good, buddy. You're doing good.
I'm probably gonna play a game of Magic after this. Anyway, so
God damn red.
Just a nice calm down thing. It's fine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you know, play some Monoblith.
Yeah.
Best way to
Piece of trash.
best way to wake up. Transfer your rage and sleep to others.
Yeah, play some mono blue tempo and arena best of 3.
Oh my god.
Make them suffer for more than one game. Anyhow,
So you're going to bring a competitive loadout into a casual arena.
bro.
It's happened to me too much lately. So
You go airsoft with me. Airsoft with me. I'll bring a paintball gun. I'm just saying.
Jesus. Still want to do both of those.
They're fun.
They look fun. So yeah, Vidas looks over the edge and into the pit. Just gestures at the giant glowing skull. And just sort of shrugs at you two for like any idea.
It's hard.
I've never really seen anything like this before. Or heard about it either.
It's an ancient thing, whatever it is.
Well, I'm no mage, but that appears to be your problem right there.
Really?
Something. Oh, yes, most assuredly.
Huh. I never would have guessed.
Hit it with a hammer a few times. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll break it, head home. Hopefully the beast will die without it.
I think you should head home.
I'm being facetious.
Well, I don't want to go home. I can't go home yet.
They were also being facetious. Yes, yes. How deep is this pit from where we're standing? Like, how far down into there?
So this would be the initial drop right here. This would be 10 feet.
Hmm.
This would be
Okay.
another 10 feet. Actually, no. This would be 20 feet. This would be 10 feet. But this initial drop is 20. This one is 10.
I think I may have come claiming your maybe ally with rope. Unfortunately, I don't even have pythons. Yeah.
All right. Well, I will happily help you down. Or tie a rope to a tree so we can get up and out.
That would probably be the best idea. Before we go and get ourselves trapped down there, I'd like to just out of curiosity take a rock and toss it. Also, can we see all those skeletons at the bottom of this pit, or?
Yeah, I narrated that you could see them, therefore you can see
Okay.
them. Only
Okay.
it's only 30 feet away. I mean,
I'm sorry, I must have missed that.
it's fun.
Hmm.
The skeletal pit. This I'm trying to think. There's no sort of like history check because we're technically under lores. So does anybody have any lores?
Unless it's lore tanning, I don't think I can help you.
Yeah, mine is plains terrain. Sorry.
Okay.
Nope, not me. I only got lore weather, so.
Lore tanning.
Yeah, look, man.
You really took the basket weaving of the lores.
He took feminist dance
Thanks.
theory.
Everyone makes fun of the basket weaver until you have too much shit to carry and you need a basket. And suddenly everybody wants it.
Omni, I think you forget that plastic Tupperware containers exist. I'm just saying. Gone are the days where you need to spend several hours making something to carry things, and I could just go to fucking Target and buy one.
all right, fine, jeez. Look,
When the apocalypse inevitably comes, and given I don't die, I'll have the knowledge that you won't. To what? Make baskets?
Yeah. No, honestly, I took tanning because I figured it gelled well with him as a monster hunter. Like, it would make sense that he would be trained to use those materials. That's about all he's got in terms of lore. He's not the guy who does the research for it. He's the guy who swings the sword at it. So,
Somebody
he's
will take
50%
offense.
of a Witcher. The smart percent of the Witcher is not the thing here. He's the fighty part of the Witcher.
I'm sure somebody will take offense to me making fun of basket weaving, but come on now. Like I got a culinary degree, okay? I know what a useless degree looks like. I'm just saying.
If there's a degree in basket weaving, I would be impressed.
There is.
There's not even a
Absolutely.
merit badge in the BSA for fucking basket
Look,
weaving. I took that as a side class.
I have a non-useless degree, and I still don't have a job in that field. So, to do with that what you will.
Regardless, we are playing Pathfinder. This is technically fantasy.
Damn.
Is that where you're saying that basket weaving degree would come into play, or?
What's fair?
If you wanted to make a few pieces of copper, sure.
Also useful for carrying large amounts of stuff. Like, that's how you would do it. You'd be like, oh, hey, as opposed to bringing 80 baskets on a romp, you can just make one when you're there.
Anyway, what were we trying to do before we got onto this whole stunt about basket weaving?
Figure out what to do in the pit. I was literally asking you guys if you had any relative lores that you could.
I derailed us all with tanning.
I'd let you make a society check, but it'd be a high DC.
No, that's not happening.
Do any of us have anything above a 1?
Not for society. The only thing I could really do is roll nature or survival.
I have a +1 in society because my dude does have a +1 int.
Oh, what
I
do
will
you
have
fucking
a
do?
+4 because I am smart.
Okay, that's probably better then. That's why I was like, anything better than a +4.
I mean, that's a nat 20.
That'll do it. But
So-
that'll do it.
This is some sort of disturbed burial ground.
Oh, great. It's a burial ground that's been disturbed. Nothing can go wrong, right?
So what do we do to undisturb it? Bury it again? I forgot to bring my enormous shovel.
Bam.
Why is that your answer?
It's actually not a terrible one. No, I'm not. I'm actually not being facetious about
What
this.
do
I
you
don't know how
mean?
to make fire though, so I can't. It's a bomb, but it's toxic bomb.
Wait, so are you asking to blow up the thing, or what? Do you want to try to bury it with a landslide?
Yeah, landslide would be nice.
That actually was sort of what I was thinking. Yes.
Could I make a nature check to see if that's viable?
Firebombing a grave.
No, like using a bomb to create a landslide to recover this grave.
It's a big hole. Take a lot of bombs.
That's fair.
Also, the bombs that alchemists make are more so anti-personnel than they are like breaching charges or like things used to clear things. It's not you're not making dynamite here.
No, I have demolition charge. It's one of my feats.
You actually do? Are you? Please
Yeah,
don't
I
tell me.
do.
Oh my god. I genuinely thought you were fucking with us for a second, and then oh man, Pathfinder, you never cease to fucking impress me.
All right.
Hold on.
You can go to my class. You can go to my class feats. It's one of them I can take.
Nick's over here like, just a second.
What is this called?
Demolition charge.
Oh,
I feel like there's a feat for everything in 2E. Like, actually a feat for everything. I've so far not been disappointed looking for a feat for everything. And it's pretty fucking insane.
not sure I like this game anymore.
I've already broken red, and we're only on session 3 for us.
I mean, like, above table, I don't think it would stop this from being a problem, but maybe if we did something like that, it might be easier somewhat. Or at least, like... Because, yeah, like you said, it's a big hole. It's not like unless you're carrying, like, 20 demo charges in your pack or something, we're not going to be able to,
I
like,
can
fill
only
the whole
carry
thing in, I'd
4.
assume.
I can only carry 4.
But that might be enough to, like, I don't know, maybe slightly reduce, like, slightly cover up some part of this? Or like, or very worse, have a bug out bomb plan. Like if we step foot down there and Zambus and, fucking corrupted elves start popping up, then
those fucking mushrooms are gonna stand up and whack us.
yeah. So some Dark Soulsian Elden Ring monsters from below thing pops up, and then we fucking beat feet and we chop 4 sticks of dynamite down there and see what it does, and then we handle whatever it doesn't kill.
Yeah, we.
Go ahead.
Why the fuck not? I guess.
Look, we're also playing with explosives. I feel like this is almost handicapping us because every time I've seen explosives be brought into a danger close situation, oh man, someone makes a very close to death damage.
Let's go on break for a second, and then we'll come back and handle that.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Yep. Be right back.
Right back, folks. Welcome back, everybody. How you doing? Yep.
Feeling flat-footed and fancy-free.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Thank you for reminding me of that. I forgot about that. So
I was gonna remind you. I'll pay good points for that.
Missing
I will
werewolf.
give you that as
Hey, missing.
nice.
Thank you for the follow. I like the name.
That is cool.
Well, missing werewolf, you found the right place. So, hey, thank you. So, what you guys doing besides the blasting charges that I didn't actually previously know about?
Because
I mean,
bombs.
Bombs,
Thinking
ropes.
about it, it might be better to use the blasting charges as a solution for the giant skull thing.
If that's gonna
Like-
reincarnate as something stupid.
It could be the
I mean,
no.
theoretically, if we put the thing to rest,
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm-
guys, this is the part that I tell you I only have one.
Okay. I still figure it's like the equivalent of a stick of dynamite is still enough to blow up a thing. If there's one thing. And then then we bury it after we've fucking cratered it. At least that's my thought. And everything else that rises up, we'll deal with it the old-fashioned way. I just don't want fucking like undead giant with glow mouth to pop out of the ground and fuck us.
Rising up, back on the street.
I have to say the appearance of this enemy does not appear as if it would be suitable for level 2 characters.
It's likely not to happen, but something tells me this is something. The giant glowy mist coming out of its mouth and its central location, both to the map, the region, and this crisis, indicate that if we smash its teeth in, it will probably also been the source of this problem.
You
So
don't say.
Yes. So I advocate we blow it up with the one mining charge because we can't. How do the breaching charge, the mining charges work? Right? Like, is there a time limit on that? Does it take?
No, you
time
can
to
set them
activate
off whenever.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
They're like instant? That's kind of fucking nuts. I thought there'd be like a.
It takes
It
1
takes-
minute to set up.
There we go. Because I was like, that's the difference between a blasting charge and a hand grenade. One of these is made to be thrown in the middle of combat, and the other one is an engineering task.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And I
so
can put
a
it-
minute. How long is a round in Pathfinder again?
6 seconds.
So 10 rounds.
Protect me!
Relatively.
Yeah, that actually might not. That would be my suggestion. My plan. We breaching charge the skull. We put back in the ground any corpses or elven infected that come across us while we're doing this, and then we more politely put to rest after the threat has been reduced to a shattered hulk. I'm open to any other suggestions, though.
This is fine.
I like
You
this
just really
plan.
like doing that voice, don't you?
This
It's a good voice. It's very good voice. I must appreciate.
And so he's gonna take out. He's gonna go for it. He's just gonna say, "All right,
gotta set this up.
and take
Hmm.
out a demolition charge and stick it somewhere, probably on the south side. We came from the north, or no, north side because we came from the north.
Oh, I don't think we're gonna be able to do it to like the walls. I mean, like do it to the skull.
Oh, put it on the skull.
Yeah, like I'm thinking literally, like how do you deal with a bomb? You blow it up. Like how do you deal with glowy skull that's emitting smoke? You blow it up, and it'll be easier to bury when it's shards. IMO.
Okay, I can do that.
Doable.
To wade into the water. I think that's water, right? That's what I'm looking at.
No, I think it's
No, it's just
a cat. So how far down is it again, Red? One more time. It's 30. I think you said.
Yeah, it's the where the skull is 30 feet.
Okay. And like these other little increments down, are they slightly lower, like 20 feet, something, or 15?
Well, I have rope, if
Yeah.
we would like to not fall all that distance.
I mean, yeah, no, same. Like,
Could be fun.
it would also be,
or feeling adventurous.
yeah.
No
It also
fun
might be
damage.
useful if like these things start popping up on the ground. If someone needs to have high ground to do their thing, it'd be nice to know if there's like any elevation differences they can take advantage of.
High ground belongs to bird lizard.
I do.
And the
I
man
do
with the
high
dancing
ground
sword.
thing.
I have the high ground. All right. Yeah,
You
no.
want to come with bro, right? Okay, lower him down and let's go.
Yeah, I'll come over here. What am I gonna roll to? Isn't there like a tying knots skill, or can you just tie knots if you know how to do something? I don't remember.
There's no tying knot skills. Just go ahead and
Yeah.
make whatever skill
This
roll you
isn't
think is.
1E.
Yeah.
That's D&D 3.5. That yes, that absolutely had use rope, and it's one of the things everyone hated.
Because if you didn't have it, your party was fucked.
I could make a case for survival or crafting. Probably.
Either
You know,
or.
Vidas would definitely help, by the way, so he would aid if possible.
Okay. I'll go with survival because I have a higher modifier.
Okay. So for me, that's a +4 for my aid roll. 15 plus whatever you got. Damn.
Soft 20.
There we go.
Yep. It's a good knot. That's the DC. That'll be set because there's literally no rules for ropes in Pathfinder. I mean, there are, but they're like fucking digging around for them.
Yeah.
It's a sturdy knot.
I don't feel like spending 5 to 10 minutes searching for
Looking for
rules on
rope
tying.
rules. I'll
Yeah.
pass. If I wanted to
The
do that,
thing
I'd
that
go to a BDSM club.
The thing that everyone fled from in 3.5e. Yes, no. I'm pretty sure we're not going to find that almost anywhere. And I guess in Pathfinder too. All right.
You can tell we're here to have fun tonight.
Mm-hmm. I figure that it would be. I figure Vidas would probably go down first, because he's the heaviest, I would say. So the rope can't hold me. No.
Can't hold us either.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just put the stress test on that baby immediately. And he will clamber down to the ground floor right there. Alec, I'm doing this for you. I know what's coming.
We're all.
I know enough. I can guess. So I guess that would. How long do you think that would take? Just a full round of movement, Red?
So climbing, I believe there's a. Oh.
There are rules for it.
I'm not gonna look up rules about ropes, but I will look up rules about climbing.
Actually, might be relevant if like this all goes sideways and one of us has to flee for our lives.
Limb.
Climb, climb action.
No.
Climb speed 463.
63.
Yeah, because the climb action is just the same as it's just a movement action.
Let's see. Climbing. Climb speed allows you to move up or down a vertical surface instead of needing to attempt. Okay, so you need to make an athletics check to climb.
Woo! +8, baby. Vidas ain't super brainy, but he brawny. That's a 22. Dirty 22.
Oh man's brawny and shit. So let's see here. Man, there's a lot of stuff that athletics does in this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they should have separated it into different skills. Okay, so you move up and down an incline unless it's particularly easy. You must attempt an athletics check. The GM determines the DC based on the nature of the incline and the environmental circumstances. You're flat-footed unless you have a climb speed. So, on a success, I'm going to say this isn't too bad, so I'm going to say this is a critical success. Well, yeah, that's fine. So you move up across or safely down the incline 5 feet +5 for per 20 feet of your land speed. So you're going to move 15 feet for the climb.
Okay.
That's a single.
all the way down.
That's also a single action.
Okay.
You need to make you need to make some more actions to continue down the next, because from where you're going down, that's a 30-foot.
Right, I got you. Okay, we'll do another action for it. I figure he'll keep doing actions for it. 17.
Thank you for the self-care, by the way, Naris. And the posture check. PPO transmission.
Yes.
I believe that's blue, right?
Yeah, it's blue.
Okay, cool. Okay, that's a regular success, so you're just gonna move another 10 feet. So you're about to the ground, so if you just drop freely now, you're fine.
Yeah, he'll just let go and just thud on the... I hope I didn't actually bother anyone downstairs. Thud onto the ground. And as he does, he's going to...
Shut the fuck up, stop that!
Look, I'm just
stopping
saying, our doors in this apartment building slam really fucking loud, and every time someone comes in, we're just like, fuck, because no one ever stops it. I don't want to be that guy. So yeah, no. Once he lands, he would just reach out behind him and pull out his broad spear, kind of just hold and walk forward cautiously. Sort of.
So pulling out a weapon is an action.
Okay, that's fair. So he will do that. He'll stay at the bottom, pull out his weapon, and just sort of guard there.
I mean, to be fair, we're not technically in combat, but...
That's fair, but I resolved it like combat, and I think that's fair. I also don't know when I'm going to have, like, an undead hand reach up and grab me and go boo. So
right now.
Anytime now.
So...
Right now. Right now.
Look behind you, Omni. Ah!
In real life.
Yeah.
I need to coordinate something with Bond to scare the shit out of you sometime.
Oh my god, please, no. I can't actually handle that. I don't even watch scary movies, man.
No, Bond is so big.
It is not nice to jump scare jumpy people. It is.
Oh, I love spook. I'm gonna be 100%
used to
honest.
be a
I'm one of
scare
those
actor.
people that you don't
I
jump
love
scare
it.
because I flail. I don't just go, I go, fuck, and I slap whoever's behind me or smack them.
Yeah, not to get super heavy or serious, but that is like a trauma response for a lot of people. And if you spook easily when somebody like, even if they're just like teasing you, that is a trauma response, and you should not do that to that person.
Oh no, definitely. I absolutely
That's
fucking
fair.
shouldn't. But
You
that's
can
like,
you can scare me anytime.
I'm talking to Nick.
Oh well, you
No.
can scare me anytime. I don't have any. Like
That's
I'm just a scare.
I get that you
I'm just
understand
really-
that.
Well, yeah, I'm just really jumpy. Well, I also understand that, but I was also just very jumpy myself, so I don't mind people spooking me. It's funny. I might be pissed when you do it, but I'll definitely find
just
it
don't
funny
make me
afterwards.
paranoid about it. If every time I meet you, you try to poke me or spook me, I will actually attack you. Like, I won't wait to be spooked. I will just attack you on sight.
So I just come over and kick open your door. That's it, and then I just leave.
I mean, I'd probably just end up biting my lip because Skag just kicked down my door and God, he's hot. So anyway, that's the end of my turn. I'll pass it to someone else. He'll wait at the bottom guarding the rope.
I'll be watching the rope just to make sure that nobody will fall. So you're up next, little guy.
And nothing can go wrong.
Yeah, you're right. You're so right.
Just at the bottom with a catcher's mitt. Come on. Toss the
Climb down.
Toss the Evercap.
What do you want me to make? I have a climb speed, so
Oh, if you have a climb speed, just
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
okay.
your climb speed.
Because yeah,
Then you don't
I'm
need
human.
Yeah. Well, that's might want to get that checked, human. But yes, other than that,
I'm totally human. What do you mean?
I'm just
how are
very
you
smart.
eating that? Oh, I have 3 sets of jaws, and they all crush with over 6,000 psi. I'm human. Okay.
You don't say.
How can you see in the dark? I have 8 sets of eyes, and they all have nictitating membranes. I'm human. Like,
I'm human. Yeah. See? I'm short.
oh
as
my
he
God.
blinks, as he looks down at you, blinking 4 eyes.
Yes, you are. You are human. Surely, of course you are. Like, literally giving you this look like. Man, if my friends were here, you'd be dead. Like absolutely. You would be on you would be either a rug or mounted on someone's wall, Gaston-like. There would be like a chandelier in some guy's den made out of your arms and legs. It would not be pretty. He's glad he's the one meeting you.
Poor little guy.
Clambering on down.
Yep. Not
You
scared.
are a dubious little creature, Skag.
Yeah, I know.
Look, you have control over your token.
I climb down, and then I start going towards the skull.
What's this called?
Stealthily?
I wish to do the stealth.
Unless you have a way to hide in plain sight, you're not really.
I'll,
Am
Crouch
small.
really low.
I'll go
Am
ahead
small.
and follow along as well.
Okay, I'm not gonna have you make a climb check. It's all good. You're not in combat yet.
Yeah.
Unless Vetus isn't waiting for you, in which case that'll be different.
I figure he would move out of the way for you, and he'd probably be, while you're coming down, he'd probably steady the rope to make sure you have an easier time coming down. So.
Thank you.
Thank
While you were busy studying the blade, I was busy tying this rope.
God damn it.
Okay. Go ahead. Whoever would like to. The Braves. The brave souls. Oh no. As you approach this skull, you feel make a will save for me real quick.
Will save.
Uh-oh.
Just right off the bat.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 21.
So you feel this like strange, compelling sensation, just like it, like you want, like it wants you to come closer to it. But since you just kind of like rocketed forward and like got as close to it as possible, you don't feel. The only thing compelling you right now is yourself and your own like curiosity. So much so that
Did you just make the snitch noise?
just love the gremlin noises that you make. So, as you see, little gremlin man approaching and growing ever closer to this skull, you see what it looks to be like fleshy bits and like little bugs and stuff like that, just kind of like moving around like carrion creatures. Carrion insects, rather, like making their way between the bones and the other bits of remains in the mud. You're wading through, and they start putting, like they're trying to like put something together.
I don't like this.
What do you mean? What does matter? Alera, come over to the edge. Should be looking down.
Bugs and stuff together.
Nature
Does
check.
not.
Sure. The bugs are furious.
What is your
No.
purpose? I make nature checks. Oh my god.
So, you've not one thing that you've figured out for sure is that there are no mammals nearby. There are no large creatures. There are most certainly insects, non-intelligent things lurking about, especially carrion beasts.
So here's my question.
Uh-huh.
So, after getting a look at, a closer look at these skeletons and what have you,
Uh-huh.
please don't make that noise, whatever that was.
What noise?
Whatever that clicking noise was.
I'm just tapping.
Please don't.
Go on with what you were saying.
Anyway. Are there perhaps amongst these skeletons the animals that should normally be here?
These are humanoid skeletons.
Okay, so there's no like critters.
No.
Okay.
None that you can see.
I don't like this.
There are 2 female skeletons, and they're probably really close friends in life.
Stop! Oh my god.
Maybe roommates.
Best friends even. They kept they.
I mean, they're holding hands and everything in the grave.
Yeah,
of course,
they
they're friends.
Totally, they kept each other close to God after their husbands passed away.
They became rune mates.
They fucked. Anyway. Any more
Alright.
questions?
We're gonna get eaten. So, hurry up.
First send! First send! Attach, attach, attach!
Oh, full send it is.
I'm
Oh,
attaching this. That is not right!
Oh, what is that?
As you're like placing this charge onto this thing, you see like sinew and muscle start to like grow over where the skull once was, just like going over the lips and open up and over the cheeks and like weaving like a basket, like of muscles, just sort of like up the neck. And you see this thing just put its hands on the ground and like lift itself up. And the disconcerting thing about this particular monstrosity is the fact that its head is significantly larger than the rest of its body. More so the fact that this thing has not had enough time to incubate, therefore its body does not match the size of its head. So its head is like MODOK from Marvel.
yeah.
Kind of like that, but like a little less extreme.
Like one of those weird mutant titans from Attack on Titan. The ones that are like just slightly out of proportion in that way that makes you wonder what the fuck they were on when they drew this.
I'll take your word for it. I've never seen Attack on Titan.
That's fair.
Not a big anime guy myself, but
That's fair. That's fair.
more power to the folks that like it.
baby legs.
It's baby legs, and I'm regular legs.
Don't reference Rick and Morty on my channel, Jesus Christ! Especially not after what fucking happened. My God.
Oh god.
And more of these like fleshy, sinewy creatures are sort of like raising themselves up out of different crevices in this hole. Kabong. These guys do resemble some of like the rotted creatures that you've encountered. Roll initiative for me, please.
Oh
I don't
no.
like this.
Where's my burb?
Oh yeah, I forgot to give you your bird back. Hold on.
My burb.
Chat, you see absolutely nothing. Chat, if you say anything, I'll screech. Thank you.
Oh no.
That's not a good initiative.
That is not a good initiative.
Bird.
Oh, you have a +7 to initiative?
Yeah, you used your perception.
What?
Thank you for covering your eyes.
Thank you. Well, I'm flat-footed anyway, so yeah, we'll roll with it.
You are flat-footed. You poor
so-
fuck.
Yeah, nah. Thank you, Alec. I love you, buddy.
Nice. Plus what?
Plus your perception. Whatever that may be.
Oh, plus my perception? Oh, that's +5.
Yes, sir.
So
23.
the real number for me would be 14, but again, flat-footed for a round. So there you go.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a series of rolls for the initiative of these gambling creatures. Oh, I'm rolling hot.
No, stop.
I can't help it. Once it's begun, it will not stop. Okay, where is my initiative? There you go. Did it really not add turn order here?
Probably
Okay,
not.
yeah, it did. It did. I just being worried about it.
Okay. What am I gonna fucking do?
I'll add you guys as well. Add this big beluga. Okay. Like I said, rolling hot, rolling hot. Oh,
No.
oh, that's 2 nat 20s in a row. Okay. Let's see here.
We're gonna
Na
die.
na na na. Na na
Hey,
na
hey,
na.
hey.
Hey,
Oh
hey.
god.
We're fucked.
So, folks in chat, if you don't know me, I have a very brutal reputation for rolling incredibly hot when I'm the dungeon master.
Yeah.
Well,
Or the
outside
GM
of
of
him being a
Bendigo.
dungeon master, he can't roll above a 10.
Seriously, yes. Whenever I'm the
I've
GM,
watched some of your games. I've saw some
oh,
of them.
bro, I can't even be how mad I get. It's just like I'm playing this hyper intelligent character, rolls 3s, 2s, 4s, maybe. So what was your initiative, Sky? 17 plus your
23
perception.
total.
23 total. That's pretty good. And
Plus
Alira, yours was 8. Vetus, do you have what's your
Or 22,
perception mod?
22 total.
Oh, like I said, after perception, that should be at 14.
Okay,
my
that's-
perception's 6.
That's not terrible. Just a shame
No, it's
that
not.
a lot of the enemies go before you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's where it is.
Big boy is going to take his turn.
Fuck.
He emerges from the earth, so he is currently slowed. Actually, oh, okay. So undead creatures are always slowed, so they can only ever take 2 actions. Let's see. That's not
Right,
going to stop
bro.
you from punching the shit out of you. All right. He is going this skull, which is more aptly right here, actually. Actually, I like the idea that he literally is just like his body was forming over here and his skull like slung over and up, like as he animated. So we'll leave him here. Okay, so let me roll. Chat, what do you think? Should I roll physical dice or should I roll in the roll 20? Because roll 20 really likes me right now. I'll let chat decide because
I don't like that I'm going last. That makes me unhappy.
Lou.
you can always spend a hero point.
I'm probably gonna need all my hero points.
Yeah.
If you die before you spend them, you won't need them. Just kidding. You can spend all of your hero points to come back from the dead and stabilize. Not come back from the dead, but just instantly stabilize.
Lou said
Physical. Never steers me wrong. All right, right on. All right, Skag. What's your AC?
18.
I rolled a natural 20.
You're gonna fucking die. Oh my god.
I'm
Natural-
getting fucking
natural 20.
slaughtered.
On my gay dice. Be gay, do crime.
Hell yeah. But also, ow.
Okay, let's see how much damage
I can't say anything because this is hitting me. So
You're gonna fucking one shot, buddy.
All right. Damage die for this is a D12.
Oh yeah, bye.
what?
What do you mean, what? Ah! Okay, that's not that bad. All right.
That's not that bad. X to doubt.
Okay, you're taking 18 damage.
Oh my god.
You even have that many hit points?
Yeah,
How many hit
Hello?
points? How many hit points do you have?
I have 24.
I have not updated your sheet since you guys have gotten to this level. So you're taking the AC is 18 and your health is 24. So you are taking 18 damage, going down to 6, and you're going to be knocked backward 5 feet. The immense weight of this thing, like coming up from the ground, and it just like kind of lurks backward for a moment, and you can see its like dead, rotten eyes sort of turn to look down at you like a pair of rotten eggs, and it lurches forward, and its head slams down on top of you, and you just get like smashed into the earth, and it just sends you. It just flings you through the mud.
Damn.
Your turn.
This doesn't work. Never mind. I'm not saying that.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure I want to know what you were gonna say.
This is some bullshit.
This is not poggers.
Your turn.
My turn?
Yep.
Fuck. Oh my god.
I'm rolling the gay dice because I am a queer.
Okay,
Ha,
so,
gay.
I mean, how could I not be queer?
I'll
I'm
go
wearing
back
a tunic and I have my hair down.
going behind them.
That is pretty gay.
I am
Action
very
one.
gay.
Action 1, going behind them.
Alright. Scooching.
Action 2. I have stuff, but I don't want to use it right now. I'm gonna have to though. I'm gonna use an elixir of life on myself.
Okay.
Take it out and chug it.
Chug.
Good.
Okay, so I need a D6. Right, D6. Yep, 1d6 plus 1. Ha! 7!
Nice.
So, 7.
So, does it allow you to pull out a potion as like a free action, or do you have to use an action to do that?
It does not say.
I'm assuming it's going to be an action then. Just taking an item out of your pack.
I mean,
But
I
you
can
should-
make one with quick alchemy.
That would be fine. That would also
Okay.
stop. That would also just let you have your have another action free.
Yeah. I can do that, and then.
Can you drink? Can you drink it as a part of the same action?
No.
Okay, well that would be all. That would be all of your actions then.
Yeah.
But anyway, Ezra
I'm not
survives.
feeling great. Yep, I live.
Okay, so Olira, are you down? Where are you at right now? 'Cause
She's right on the ledge. She was about to come down.
little assistance.
Cert.
Action to move. Action to attack. What's your AC?
I don't think I have a shield. I guess I could raise my shield as a reaction, or is that an action? I can never remember.
Raising. So your shield's not equipped
Okay, so then it's a
because
17.
you never told me. Okay, so I hit just exactly.
Rude.
So you're gonna take some damage.
Very rude.
You're gonna take 4 damage, plus you're gonna be grabbed.
I don't want to get grabbed.
You got grabbed by the ghoulies.
I want to go home. I don't want to be grabbed.
Okay, so you are grabbed. The grabbed condition, I'm trying to find it. Regardless, I'm gonna have this next guy take his action. So he's gonna move 5, 10, 15, get just close enough to beat us. And I'm gonna make him make an attack. Beatus, what is your AC?
AC be 19, Chief.
Okay, natural 1.
Hell yeah.
This thing tries to like lurch out and like grab at you, but its arm literally just like a rubber band snapping, its arm just comes clean off.
You just sort of sidestep and watch it fly by. Just kind of raise an eyebrow, curious and mystified by how gross that is.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
T-Rex tiny arms of weakness. Just saw that. I was like, that's funny.
That is your turn.
All right. So, as we are surrounded by a great many things, we need to fucking deal with it. So, Let's see. Sort of attack, make a melee strike on a hit. You can immediately attempt to check recall knowledge of the target. Roll hit, you gain +2 circumstance bonus to the check to recall knowledge. Okay, so let's go with a traditional stab. Yeah, we have the broad spear out, I believe, for this one. So yeah, we're gonna use the broad spear. So I'm at plus 4 to this.
Wolfman Tyrant, thank you for the follow. Much love. Appreciate you. Welcome in.
Awesome.
All these wolf people today. I love it.
Actually, plus 8 for this. That's right, because it's plus 4 for damage. So we rolling out. Here's the first attack.
Stab me.
21 against our friend here.
Let's see. Let me see here.
if this jump is over AC 21, I'm gonna be impressed.
I'm trying to
I know
give
someone
you a
can't
way to.
against Pathfinder, so like.
I know. I'm trying to give you. I'm trying to think of a way to justify you getting a +1, so I can give you a crit.
Oh.
It did roll in that one.
It's flat-footed. You can have it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. I was also flat-footed as well. Just to remind you.
Just take the fucking crit, Omni.
Well,
Oh God! I'm just saying.
it rolled a natural 1 while you were flat-footed. So yeah.
Okay, that's
that's-
very fair.
it's come and
That's
gone.
very fair.
My
This is-
milkshake brings all the wolves to the yard. Okay, thank you,
Oh, yeah.
chat. Thank you,
That'll
Mystic
be-
World.
So how do crits work in this again? It's double damage after roll, or is it double the roll plus damage?
You roll. Oh, it's double the damage. That means
I was asking, is it double the damage roll, or is it double the dice?
you roll the die
Double-
and then
the
double it.
roll.
Okay, gotcha.
No,
So
So roll your attack and then double what you rolled. Yeah, so 26.
26 damage.
In which case, I should have done a lot more damage to Skag, but never mind. I forgot about the rules.
Okay. So
Later.
But yes.
There'll be another time.
fair. So yeah, 26 damage. Is this thing still standing?
There's a chance.
No chance. It died.
No, there's not a chance. It's gone.
All right. So Vidas just sort of, after this thing swings at him, he just brings the broad spear around, turns, and just shuck through it from behind, and just sort of right through its chest, and then twists it, and as it does, just sort of severs the limbs and the head, sort of pulls it out of the ruin. He's going to use a movement action to rotate over here, put himself between you guys and Mr. Big. And how high up is this little platform up here? It's like 5 feet, 10 feet.
It'll be 10 feet. So yeah, you're gonna completely kill this thing. By the way, it's gone
Cool.
Yes.
with 26
Nice.
damage. Oh yeah, like
Goodbye.
So he moves over there, and guess who has, with the broad spear, a 10-foot reach? This guy.
Me.
So yeah.
you're a broad spear.
Hell yeah. So he's going to spin the thing and bring it down on this guy. So this is the second attack. So Matt for the second one is minus, what is it again? -3, or is it? Sorry, not is -5 or minus. What's the modifier for doing multiple times?
It'd be so. It depends. Does your spear have the agile trait?
No, it does not.
Then it's a -5.
-5. Gotcha. Thank you. Okay, so -5. So that means that I'm at +3 to this roll.
This is the
+3.
this is the culprit behind all of the madness this evening.
Oh, the baby, precious baby. Does 14 hit our undead friend?
Yes, it does.
Mop.
Edward.
Sick.
Thank you.
Edward.
So precious.
She has a beard. I love her beard.
Going for the chop. That's only 6
It-
damage. Oh,
It absolutely baffles me how like Shih Tzu and Shih Tzu mixes look like the cutest fucking things in the world when they're all shaggy and fluffy, and then the second you give them a haircut, they just look like ancient goblins. They're
But in fairness, it's the same thing with poodles. If you ever were to shear a poodle down to the skin, it looks very weird.
Do you see
They
her
are
eye?
adorable.
Do you see her eyes bugging out of her head? I'm
no, we
holding
I
can't
do,
see her
just-
eyes at all. Her legs are just
Just
I am
hanging there like
fine.
laundry.
it's
I am fine. This is okay.
Adorable.
she fucking has a Karen haircut, like the way her hair falls. It looks like, yeah.
Oh,
Would you like to
precious
speak to the manager?
baby. She has an. She's a Power Rangers character coming out of the gym. We gotta give her respect.
You're the DM, you are the manager. She
All
has,
right.
she has a fucking bob.
So a total of 6. 6 slash. 6 piercing damage with a broad spear on this dude.
Did it put you down? Yeah, I marked it down.
Okay, that's all
you poke
That's
up
all
at
he's
him.
got. So he's literally stabbed behind him and blade out front between him and giant baby man head, which is distressing.
Oh, are you angry? You're angry. Oh. Okay. He's gonna move into range, but not much else. Okay, it's a Lyra's turn. Do you want to get down?
Okay.
Do you want to be down on it?
Oh my god, it's finally my turn.
Kill them! Kill them! Kill them!
Okay.
Oh wow!
Okay. I'm gonna move a bit because I'm getting kind of swamped by people here, and also Vito's probably wants to get up the rope at this point.
You're immobilized. You're grabbed.
Oh, I've been grabbed. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Grapple. Kill
Okay,
them.
I forgot I've been grabbed. What do I have to do to not be grabbed?
An escape action, which is a single action, and it is rolling an acrobatics check, I believe, or an athletics.
We'll go with athletics because I have a +7. +21.
I
There you go.
believe that escapes.
Okay.
Go ahead. We'll treat it as it does, so we don't waste any time here.
I'm gonna use my move action to get the fuck away from that guy, so I'm no longer threatened in the melee. And I can't do my ranger combo because that fucked me up. I'll just have to fire normally, so I'll fire my longbow.
Okay.
Let me
Well,
check.
you're gonna take a penalty because you are firing your longbow within 30 feet.
Can I see him properly over the?
Who are you? Who are you trying to shoot?
Oh, sorry, big guy. I should have.
Okay.
I meant to
You
say
did.
big guy.
You did not specify that. So
I should have. Yeah, he's. Ooh, I can't.
you can see him.
Okay, let me use something other than my long. I'll use my short bow instead.
You can literally just use another movement action to get further back. Hey, don't you bark at me, ma'am. I'm running the game here. You are a Karen, you know that?
Okay, let me fix. Would you let me fix my move action then instead of?
Well, yeah, you're still
Okay.
technically in the middle of it. Go ahead.
15, 20.
Oh. Pretty cool.
Would you give me a penalty for being right here?
No, why are you aiming right here though?
What do you mean? Why am I aiming right there?
He's right here.
Oh, well, blame roll 20 because it was showing him as like all the way over there.
Oh, okay, whatever. No penalty. You're fine.
Okay, longbow time.
Longbow.
Longbow time.
Roll to hit.
I shall. 17.
17 hits.
Yes.
Not by much, but it hits.
That's gonna be well, that's all that matters. It's gonna be 2d8. That'll be 2d8 of damage.
2d8. Okay.
7 damage.
Longbow does 2d8 by default.
It's my hunter's edge precision. Once per turn, when I hit with one of my weapons, I do an extra
Oh.
d8.
That's cute. Okay, I like that.
And do extra damage.
Okay, so you're doing 7 damage to him?
Yes.
You've done a tenth of his health. Is that your turn? For the folks in chat that don't know, Pathfinder, not everybody has an opportunity attack. As you've noticed, I have not been acting on any. Undead do not have opportunity attacks. Only specific NPCs do. Same thing with player characters. Omni has an opportunity attack because he's a fighter.
I do, yes. So far, who's moved out so far?
Nobody.
Okay, good.
This big boy is gonna come clambering towards you, just kind of like dragging his head along the ground, and as he's dragging it along the ground, he's gonna fling it up try to smack you with it like a flail.
And that is
Go for the
exactly why I
uppercut.
got out of the way so you could leave.
All right, let's
That's
roll.
fair.
That might actually not hit. What's your AC?
AC is 19, Chief, and I actually let me just take a look at this very quickly because it's been a hot minute since I've used this. What's the raised shield action? Well, let me just check that fast. Is that a reaction? I can't.
You're currently using both of your hands to hold a spear.
That's true. Yeah, I am.
But your AC is 18 by default, correct?
It's 19 by default.
19 by
19 by default. Yes, it's not.
and you're flat-footed.
Correct.
You're flat-footed from being flanked, by the way. In case that wasn't obvious.
Right. I figured as much. Yeah. I'm literally surrounded on all sides. This is not ideal.
No, Alex paid again to get you flat-footed.
Oh, I mean that'd be hilarious.
No, he didn't. Funnily enough. Okay. Well, he misses. You actually managed to get out of the way before his head just like completely collides with the side of you, and it's Ezra's turn. Ezra, how much did you heal for, by the way, with your healing? You're muted, boss.
7.
You're up to 13. Your turn.
Yep. Oh. Let me read something. I forgot I can do this.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
So I can't use a. So how does like ranged attack works in Pathfinder when they're like 5 feet away from you?
There's no penalty.
There's no penalty. Dope.
Not unless it's something like Olira's longbow, which is if you're attacking a target within 30 feet. That burst range increment.
Yeah, it's because it's specifically meant for long range. Like,
Yeah.
Distant long range.
Okay.
Because 5 feet is a good distance to get a ranged attack off. So like, gun go pew pew, bomb go boing.
Let's go ahead and just try to use a bite.
Yes.
A bite.
And we were going to bite
Bitey boy.
this thing with a venom bite.
Venom. Okay. What you got?
That's a thing. So, all right. To hit, that will be a. Wow, I can't math today. 17.
17 hits.
17 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. So that'll be 2d6, 6 poison, 6 piercing, or a d6 piercing and a d6 poison. So for the piercing, it'll be 3 plus nothing, and 6 poison.
Okay. You said 3 piercing damage?
Yep.
That's all the damage you do.
Oh my god.
The poison seems to have no real effect on the undead.
That's what I figured.
Worth a try.
Nope.
Certainly not a bad idea. Throw dice at the table. The worst thing that's going to happen is they don't do much. That's a lie.
Not
Like,
good.
But okay.
Guys, they're not affected by poison. I should have known this, but no. I had to try something.
But the smaller
Duly
it's the
noted.
right for no damage.
Would you like to try
She's looking
something
at
else?
this judgment.
I guess I will take out a dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have things that I can really do, right? Nope, nothing. Dope. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take out a dagger and try to hit him with a dagger. -5, so it'll be a +1 to hit. Total. That's a nat 20. Plus 12 is 21.
Hey,
Let's
that's a crit.
go.
Yeah, 1d4 plus 2. Do I have a d4? I'm not taking the time. 1d4 plus 2. 4 damage.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, buddy.
So 1 plus 2, right? So 3 times 2, that's 6.
Or 6 points of damage, yeah.
That's still something. You managed to shove your knife
Yeah.
into a particular portion of its sinewy, muscly bits and tear them.
Ha ha ha! I got this now.
It's gonna hit you. It's not gonna hit you with that one. Okay. You have an 18 AC?
Yeah.
Okay, both of its attempts at attacking you completely fail.
Ha ha! Odin,
It is Vetus's turn.
All right. So, sidestepping this giant thing's head bash and just looking at it, mildly horrified, he's going to heft the broad spear and go for a couple of repeated attacks. So,
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. So it's plus 8.
Yahoo!
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 Roll.
Yeehaw!
12 for the first attack. After mod.
No.
On the big guy specifically.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Didn't think so.
Oh my god, stop yawning. Please.
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
It's fair. So we have a next one's at only plus 3.
I'm
God,
not-
14.
I'm not bored. Sometimes my asthma makes me yawn a ridiculous amount. Trust me, it's just as annoying to me as it is to you.
Does 14 hit, sir?
No.
Gonna be one of those days, eh? All right. And this one is this is -2 for the final one. It's just not working.
You still you guys forget you have hero points.
I do have hero points. Yeah.
You got lucky
Yeah,
not getting clobbered by this thing once.
Yeah, no, it's true. Would you be willing to let me use a hero point retroactively to reroll the first one?
Because yes, that's fine.
Yeah, because I would have made multiple attacks regardless. I'm all against him, so
The first you can reroll the first.
thank you. I appreciate it. So that's 1 hero point down. We got 1 left. That's a 16.
It hits.
Hell yeah. Okay, I had a feeling.
Not by much,
It
but
was-
it hits.
Yeah, I knew I was close to it. Just almost. 11 damage.
That's good damage. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good pokey. And what kind of damage are you doing? Piercing, correct?
Yes, correct. So, as this thing, literally, I figure as this thing is on the ground, or as its head is kind of like slammed into the ground next to him, you just sort of reflexively turn the blade and just jab it into it, and then try to give it a couple like slaps with the blade on the side. But I assume its head is just too bony for him to really get much purchase with the slaps.
Oh yeah,
Stabs
this
is all I got.
the bone of this creature is ossified.
That's all I got, Chief. That's 3 actions.
So this undead in front of you did manage to hit on one of his attacks, or grab, and you're gonna take, I believe, 5 damage. Yes, 5. You are grabbed,
Oh no.
which means you're just literally not moving from your position. Easy peasy.
Wait, who? Me or him?
Me.
Of Vetus.
Okay.
And it's Alira's turn.
Any help here would be hot.
So I'm not. I have been helping you, you shit.
I know.
You also have your bird, don't forget.
Yeah, I know that's part of the problem.
Also, keep in mind that your bird only has 2 actions. It's something that we messed up last time.
Ooh. Okay.
So that like diving swarm is, or that diving swoop, whatever the fuck that action is, that's 2 actions because you move and attack. So that would be why that is
Gotcha,
the way it is.
gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna use one of my move actions.
Uh-huh.
Get over here and then get the fuck up the rope, so I'm not in like, so I can actually like shoot down.
Okay, moving over to the rope would be 1 action. Climbing would be a second.
Hmm.
but I'll let you do it.
I'm backed into this corner where I can't really. And I'm literally as far away as I can get. I guess like I could use my short bow instead.
I'm not gonna do the fucking Pythagorean theorem, but I'm gonna say since you're shooting down on this guy, you're not gonna take the penalty.
Who said that fucking? wouldn't be-
Hydration check. By
Thank you. He has 30 feet down, technically. Appreciate the hydration check, Echo Whisper.
Fuck. Okay. I think it would probably just be better for me to use my short bow instead of moving and climbing. So we'll do that instead. First, I'm gonna command my burb. So I'll start with the nature check.
Okay.
Ouch.
That's fine. That's enough.
Okay. Thank fucking God. So
I mean,
he's
it's your bird, you know?
he's gonna fly by and launch.
Okay. And I believe that's a claw attack.
Yeah, I think it's is it the claws that does more damage or the bite? 'Cause
The diving swoop thing specifically says talons.
Okay, and then I think that was a D4 then.
And what is this thing of there, quote unquote,
Yeah.
under the same rules.
That is the like of all the 10 tabs that I have open right now, opening up the one from my bird was the one that I forgot.
Yeah, I have multiple tabs open. Yeah, like how would you ever memorize these rules? Like, you don't.
I don't fucking know.
Out the weird fucking brain that I got in between my ears. Okay, so the flyby attack is a talon strike. So. So it uses its dex plus your proficiency, quote unquote. So
Okay.
this should be a +7 to hit, I believe.
Okay. You want me to roll?
I can roll it. I got it in front of me.
Okay.
That's a hit. And Talon is a D4 slashing plus its strength, so. Let's see. Alright, I'm not sure what support benefit is and how to activate that, but we're just going to ignore it for now. So it's going to do 4 damage to this big boy.
Go bird.
Give him a slap.
Okay. So that's action number 1, and then cool. Okay. I don't think I actually need my hunt prey action right now because it's for perception and tracking. I don't think this thing is gonna try to get away from us. So
You have to run away from it.
yeah.
Yeah, that's more reasonable.
Yeah. So I'm gonna quick draw and draw my short bow and attack in the same action.
Nice. Excellent choice of feat. Quick draw is a cool feat. I love gunslingers, but
It's just really nice to have that versatility, right?
I agree.
Yeah. Exactly what I wanted.
Why do I keep closing the dice roller? Why am I like this? Like,
What do you mean? What do you mean? Just roll in chat.
25.
And you're aiming at the big guy?
Yes, of course.
You crit.
Yeah! Woo!
There we go.
Nice.
So this
So
is gonna.
15 Cs.
Oh, actually, roll to confirm the crit. Just kidding. That's first edition.
No, I don't.
No.
A D6 and a D8, so that's 7. That'll be 14 damage.
14 damage.
Actually, you know what? I want to use one of my hero points to reroll that d8.
You can't reroll damage with hero point.
No! I don't believe this.
You're gonna deal 14 damage to it. You're gonna you stick an arrow. What's that? Probably like in its eye socket, like between one of its like rotten, sort of nasty looking eyes and the bones, kind of like wedged in there and snaps.
Gross.
Yum.
Delicious.
Gross. Anyway, so I'm gonna attack again, and I'll take my map.
I believe. Does the short bow have agile? I think
Yes.
it might. Okay, so it'll only be a -4.
3. It's a 3.
Why would it be a -3?
Because the regular map is a -4. Agile.
Regular map is a -5.
That's
like you're-
510.
I feel like you're gaslighting me.
Why would I do that when I literally just had Om to do the same thing?
Yeah, I took minus.
Squint size.
10.
Oh hush, you're trying to cheat me.
13.
Nope.
Darn. Okay. Sad hobgoblin noises. Okay. That's my turn.
Okay, big boy's turn.
Now.
Yes. All right, Vetus. It's time to get head slaps.
Give me the pat. Give me the smack.
Let's see. That's how much? What's the bonus to hit there? That's gonna hit.
AC 19. Let's go.
Yep, it hits.
Yep.
So-
First is no penalty. Second is -5. Third or subsequent is -10, but it caps off at -10.
Yep.
Sorry.
So no, you're fine. Let's see here. How much damage does that do? Let me grab my D12. One of my favorite dice.
Yes, do it.
The best dice to roll.
It's a very satisfying one. So you will be taking 14 damage.
Woo! 2 health left, baby. Let's go.
And it's gonna slam you into this wall with its head, and it's gonna raise up one of its fists, and it's gonna go.
You know, I did mention that you could go up the rope.
You're right. You did. I didn't want to take. Well, then, yeah.
It takes one of its like not fully grown arms and tries to like bring it down on top of you, but flavoring the multiple attack penalty in that way he does not hit you. It like right betwixt your legs slams down and leaves this massive imprint in the mud.
I have 2 remaining health. Huzzah.
That's roasted. Wait, no, you should have more health than that from leveling up to 2.
Yeah, no, I had 34 health. Is what I.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. What? Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't modify. I didn't.
Yeah, we didn't mod your tokens.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, let me take care of that fast. So, 2, 31. I'm just gonna do the fast math here. Save myself some time.
You're good. I'm going to take the dagger and I'm going to try to stab the one thing that's right in front of him.
That'd be,
This one.
give him the old stab.
That would be.
There you go.
That's good. That's good. Math. Where is my thing? Where is it?
+6.
22.
That's a crit.
Oh,
Ah!
Ooh.
So D4
give him the choppies.
+2. 3 +2,
That's 10 damage.
5, so 10.
How do you poke him into submission?
Stab it, damn it.
He takes the dagger.
He says, remember what Grandma taught me? Ugh.
And just stab him right in the gut.
Remember what Grandma taught me? Just fucking shank somebody.
It just completely slumps over and returns to the pile of offal it once was, being consumed by the carrion creatures once again. That's your first action.
That is
Action number 1, I kill somebody.
Action 2.
Oh god. I don't like this. I don't really have anything.
I don't like
Uh,
I don't like these very much, you know. I love that voice.
So
Don't do it. It's not good for the hair.
That sounds full.
I can't attach the bomb to him. 'Cause that's stupid.
Mayhap.
You know
One
what?
go.
We're going to go to. Don't do anything. Shit, I'm screwed here. All my stuff does poison damage, so now I'm like, fuck.
If you have any healing mechanisms you can help me with, I certainly wouldn't mind recovering a little bit over half my health.
Yeah, healer melee guy. That would be a good thing to good use
Walk
of your
over.
time.
Help, help, help. I have one of these. I have one. Touch it.
Free action to take the thing. So
Going over here.
what is?
Just pour it on his head. It's fine.
Just somebody pour Gatorade over Venus.
Yeah.
Force
Pour the
feed
cooler on him.
Yeah. Fucking touchdown. All right, so
Open up, boy. Ah.
lean mouth, just back mouth open. You just pour it in.
I don't know why. All I could think of is that image of that somebody feeding that cat spaghetti and its mouth is just open and it looks like it's in anguish. It's just giving fed spaghetti.
So what's the healing potion do? How much?
It's 1d6 plus 1.
Okay. 1d6. So d6 plus 1. Wait. 4 health. I'll take it.
Or more than you have.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's help. That's enough where if I get hit with the same level of damage I got hit with last time, I won't die. So that's helpful.
It is your turn, unless Ezros has more to do. But I believe he did all of his things. He did.
3 actions.
He did the poke. He did the run, and he did the heal.
Okay.
Yep.
Sick. So gulping it down.
Chug.
Yes.
The death quench.
I'm gonna have to pause the chug jug joke that immediately ran into my head and just mention that I'm sitting in front of a little walkway that overlooks a number of like other houses nearby. Some dude, I shit you not, you know that stupid meme with the dudes doing this dance?
Yeah.
And yeah, he did that, running out of his house across the snow into his car. And I genuinely don't know if it's the snow that made him do that, or he just wanted to meme me in my window, because he fucking did it.
That guy. That guy's driving property value down by doing that.
Oh boy, he's gonna have a fun night. Anyway, so yes, after being fed.
You never know what your neighbors are doing. They could be running a Pathfinder stream, making fun of you.
Now, mad respect to that dude. So after getting given a little tincture of Brondo the Thirst Mutilator, Vidos is gonna plant his spear on the back of the rock and push out. I'm gonna try to do and I want to make sure I got this right. Let's see. Okay, yes. So I want to do an exacting strike. I can make a controlled attack, fully accounting for momentum, make a strike, strike against the following effect. Failure of this attack does not count towards multiple attack penalty. So we're gonna go for the first one. So I'm just gonna keep my attack penalty until I either hit, or I run out of attacks. So first one, 11. That does not hit.
Which one are you attempting to hit?
Against the big guy. I don't care about the jumps. I care about the big guy whose head nearly wrecking balled me.
If Elise had moved Ascalon over here, I would have given you it, but I can't.
No worries. It's cool. Like I said,
Sorry,
exacting strike. I don't have a multi-action attack penalty until I hit. So first one misses. Second one, 21. Does that hit?
It does.
All right. I'm really
Pretty
loud.
nifty though.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking.
I thought exacting strike is just the first one doesn't have an attack penalty.
No, it's let me read it. Let me read it
Or your
specifically.
next attack doesn't have one, right?
Exactly. So this attack does not count towards your multiple attack penalty, is what the failure result is. Otherwise, it's just a normal attack. So it's just a single action attack. So first one, second one hits, so this is damage for the second one. Please be good. I would love that. That'd be great if you could do that. Kill it. 14
There you go.
damage.
Whoa!
Max damage.
Wow. That's
Woo!
one
Boy,
hell of
my
a.
man.
Oh, holy shit! Yeah, you do a good chunk of damage. You fucking cut this thing right. You push your spear right into this thing's guts, and you see a bunch of unspeakable viscous fluids pouring out.
Gross.
All right. We're gonna make one. This is gonna be just a standard attack. Finally, the last one. Come on, buddy. So we are only now at a map of. It's -3, so I'll be +3. So since I only had the first multi-action penalty. 13. I'm gonna save my last hero point in case I get dropped. Never know, right? So,
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
very good idea.
So he takes the first one, jabs it over this thing's shoulder, and as it moves, he takes his hand back, plants his foot on the rock face, and lunges out and just catches him, and then pulls back and goes for another jab, and just kind of deflects off the skull. And he's probably cussing something fierce in his native tongue, but he's dialed in right now. He's in the zone. He is monster. And that's the end of my turn, buddy.
Nobody else saw this, but I did. So you said he's dialed in, he's in the zone, and as soon as you clapped, you completely dropped out of video for a second, just completely, just like gone. That was so fucking funny.
Oh god.
So this undead that grabbed you, the big hulking creature that punched you backwards and sent you backwards, its arms that were like grabbed onto you almost ripped off. You can see like the muscle and like sinew and ligaments like barely hanging on. They're like twisting over each other like a rope that's about to come undone, but it still manages to hold on to you. And it like throws its head forward and like scrapes its teeth and grooves across your skin for a total of 10 damage.
Owie. I got 10 health left, baby. I got 9 health left, baby.
It's a Lyra's turn.
9 health in a dream.
Aye. Okay.
Aye. Also, for Alsgalon, so that support action thing that like lets you do persistent bleeding damage, that is something that you have to spend an action to activate. I think the pet has to activate it.
Pets are hard. God damn it.
Oh, I know. There's so many rules in this game.
Man, okay, I'm just gonna have him claw and bite the big thing.
Okay, so let's start with the first one. Which one do you want to bite or claw first?
We will.
Bite does more damage.
Yeah, let's do the bite first.
Bite.
Also,
Yeah.
I have no idea when I did this, but apparently I put him on my sheet on Path Builder, and it looks like companion pets, their damage is like ranked up by a die. So claws do a d6 and jaws do a d8.
Is it? Oh, okay, well I'll let you roll it then.
So
Don't listen to me.
all right. So this will be a d8 plus 6 for his. Damn it.
That does not hit.
Damn it.
And the next one?
No, bird do nothing.
Bird do nothing.
I didn't even make my nature check. I just realized.
Well, you have to use an action to command your bird. I'm gonna stop having you make nature checks to command your bird. It's your fucking pet and you're a ranger. It's fine. There's
Okay.
literally a thing that says DMs can just wave it. It's like, okay, yeah, it's actually your companion. It's fine. I'd be like Drizzt making a check every time he wanted to use Guinevere to do something. You know what I mean? Like
Fucking Guinevere's just over there eating her feet while they're fighting a
bite,
demon.
biting the toe beans.
Yeah, just num num num. I can see it.
I still really want to see a Minsk and Boo, like just straight up novel.
Okay, this
Does
is
it?
my.
I'm surprised those don't exist.
Mm-mm.
I did not mean to roll a d6. I meant to roll a d20 plus 6. Sorry. 17.
That does hit.
Okay. And then that'll be 2d8. 10 damage.
Oh, where is this 2d8 coming from?
Always with the big guy. I'm here to hit the big guy.
Or is
That's,
this-
Oh no,
her,
it's my
her
precision. It's
hunter
my
thing.
it's my precision.
Right, but did you switch back to
Oh
your
no,
longbow?
sorry, God, d6 plus a d8. My brain is elsewhere. I'm sorry. It's just one of those nights. I keep clicking the wrong thing. Okay, 6 plus 8 is 14.
Okay. It just rolls casual maximum damage.
I'm sorry.
That'll do it.
Oh, it's a
All right.
17 on my second attack too. Yay!
Roll damage on that as well. I think that's just the d6, correct?
Yeah. No.
You do a whopping 1 damage.
Single damage.
Your first arrow wedges itself into the nasal cavity of this thing and sort of like tears it and like splits off and like rips this part. What's this muscle called? The one that connects the nose or
Oh, right here.
the cheek to the nose here.
I
What's
don't
that called?
remember.
Remember.
I don't remember.
The something bridge. Some fancy word for it. This right here, completely ripped to shreds, just blown out. You see all sorts of mucus, blood, and Icarus liquids everywhere.
Gross.
Yummy.
It's his turn. Vetus is looking like a yummy little tasty target.
I'm doing my job, and my job is professional ass-beating machine.
Okay,
So,
first one hits.
Get me back. Yep, there we go.
And this next one is going to have a... That doesn't hit. Okay, so the first one hits.
Okay. Which damage are we looking at, Chief?
Ooh, not as much as I thought it was going to be. This was like a make or break it hit.
Yeah, it is. This is either me getting dropped or me healing up.
You are taking 9 damage.
That is exactly enough to put me at 0.
Oof.
So-
Bam! Head smash. Just right down on top of you.
Honestly, considering I've been tanking 3 dudes, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. Like, I feel like this is what my job is. My job is to be between you guys and harm, and I think we did pretty decent at that for now. So,
Thank you for the hydration check, Naris. Much love. Appreciate you.
Oh, thank you,
Thanks.
Chris.
Much thank. Good love.
I don't have much left.
Okay.
hey, Wolfman Tyrion, don't judge. All right, what Vitos does in his off time ain't none of your business.
You see how baggy this tunic is? Like, Jesus.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm at-
Tunics are the bomb, man. I have a couple of myself. I need to start wearing them again.
it's pretty cozy. Look at this. Look at the size of the sleeves on this fucking thing. Like,
Mhm.
oh.
That's my favorite part of having done like my Society of Creative Anachronism stuff. Is I got like 3 medieval tunics that I wear out of it. And
Bro, I got tights in the closet. They're probably too big on me now.
Oh man.
Those are just called leggings.
They're tights. Thank
They're-
you.
They're leggings.
No, they're tights because you can see everything. It doesn't hide anything. That's why they're tights.
Tight enough.
The kind of tights that I had to shave my legs for because you could see my hair through them. They don't hide anything. Anyway, it's Ezreos' turn after that lovely conversation, Tom.
So can I like use my other one that I have left and try to revive?
Just pour it on his face. It's
Yes.
fine.
Just I'm trying to how do you do the fucking like we're coming up? Just dump it on.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess it's
I've never.
I
been
guess
able
it's
to
better
do
than an
it.
adrenaline shot to the heart. Like I'll take it over that.
Kickstart my heart.
Don't shove it in.
Roll for healing.
4.
Okay. Venus is stabilized and awake, and you have wounded 1.
Hooray!
For every rank of wounded you have, that means you start out plus dying 1, plus 1. So right now you start out at dying 2, and you're dead at dying 4.
Nice.
And you're also prone, so that takes an action to stand.
That is fair.
As well, what else do you got, by the way? That was just your first step.
I'll go here, and I stab him.
Okay, so you're going sliding down that 10-foot decline. That's fine. You have a climbing speed.
Oh, there's a. Yeah.
No, you have a climbing speed. Don't sweat it. So
Okay.
go ahead and give him the old chop chop.
Yep, that will be a 23, right? 17.
Wow. That's a crit.
Ha!
It's not hard to crit these little fuckers.
Hiya! Fucker. That's a 3, so 6 total.
6 damage. Alrighty. You poke it in the the general chest area, tear something open, and the horrifying thing about these creatures is like whenever you tear it open, there's like nothing on the inside except for like this sort of like it's like when you overcook a turkey. There's like just nothing inside of the cavity. It's completely dry,
Yum.
bereft of
Yum.
moisture.
Well,
Delightful.
guys, this
Wicked.
worse now.
Okay, so this thing, this undead that you've poked is completely turned its attention away from Vetus since Vetus is on the ground.
Wait, did I get my turn? I was stabilized beforehand.
No, we're skipping your turn. Sorry, take your turn, please.
They'll be like, this undead is not going yet.
Go ahead,
So that's fair, yeah. No.
you
So,
dirty little man, you.
So Venus catches this thing's the giant guy's skull and just full send into the rock. Gets like slammed into it, leaves a little dent, rocks forward. The potion gets given to him, and as he slumps, he just sort of like stops, steadies himself on his spear, and pushes himself back up again for his first action. And then he's just gonna glare at the big thing and take some swings. We're going for the exacting swing again. Please die. Big
The exacting swing is technically a flourish, correct? Holy shit, that's a crit.
Ooh.
Let's go. We need to kill this bastard.
Please. Oh, 16 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
are
he
you
just-
getting him?
Yes. So he gets slammed back in the wall, just pushes himself up and glares at him, blood running from over his eyebrow, and just sort of grins. Just noticed, soft palate appears to be vulnerable, and he's just gonna sort of kick the spear up with his knee and just ram it into the roof of the thing's mouth, and then just twist once it's in, and pull the blade out, and the thing just crack and falls down to the ground dead. That's what I thought. And he's gonna turn his attention to the guy next to him, and he's gonna give a swing at this guy.
So as you manage to like put your spear up and through this thing's soft palate, its head sort of like falls down, but like the skull is just so hard that it like I said, it's ossified bone. So your spear's just kind of stuck there, and this thing just kind of mounted with its jaw slack, like looking down at you, and it like lets out this sort of like deathly gurgle, and you see that crystal that you saw from earlier just like sliding down over its tongue until it's just going to boom into the blood.
Oh, I love it. If that's the case, then he's just gonna let go of the spear and use his last action to pull out his the elven blade he has.
Blade. Very well.
Yes.
Olera.
Going for the flavor. Monster Hunter, yeah!
Don't worry, guys. The jewel, for those of you in chat that are wondering, it is raspberry flavored.
Raspberry flavored orb of
Blue ra-
annihilation. Let's
Blue
go.
raz.
Blue raspberry. Yeah. I'm gonna have the burb attack this guy.
Okay. Bird time.
It is bird time.
That
Bird
hits.
time? Yes, bird time. Okay, that'll be a D8 plus 2.
Oh.
It's gonna be 5.
Okay.
And then attack number 2 is gonna be 11.
Well, actually, yeah, he is flat-footed, so that does it.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Forgot he's flanked. My bad.
That'll be D6 plus 2. So that'll be 4.
Okay.
Total on 9.
All right. What's your turn?
My turn. I'm gonna have to move to see this guy because I'm sure that I can't because he's short. So I'll move and then I'll fire down on him. So it'll be a 16,
That is.
and then d6 and a d8, and that'll be 8 damage.
Go ahead.
Yes, I get a kill. Get fucked, Spider
Yes.
Boy.
Killer, what do you mean get fucked?
No, I'm joking. Lyra pulls the arrow back to her cheek, and it just sinks right through this thing's eye and goes at the back of its neck.
Lovely work. All is calm one.
Can I slurp the head now?
Thank you for
that...
the assistance. That was very much necessary. And just spit a wad of blood onto the ground.
I don't need you to die. I need you to live.
Thank you.
I'll take care of that after we're done here.
Lyra would offer her hand then to Vidas to help him get up.
He would nod appreciatively and take it, forearm clasp, and pull up. He pretty hefty. He in his upper 200s.
He chompy.
He is
Chomby.
Chomby.
Chompy boy. I mean, I have a +3 to strength, so.
Oh yeah, no. And it's not like he's not pushing up to the wall to help meet you, so yeah.
I have a +2 to strength. That's funny.
So, we killed the big thing and the little ones as well. So I
Can
feel like we did a good job.
But we still need to see if everything is tender.
Is it
I
still?
think if you
can
blow it up.
Well, I was gonna see if there's like a still a magical aura around, like do the detect magic exploration.
Detect magic, the only thing that you find that's like magical is this crystal itself.
Okay, and it's in the head.
About to run to
Well, it like slid out of its mouth and like kerplunked onto the
Oh,
ground.
okay. Okay. I was gonna say.
they're about to run a girl diving in a brown.
No. No, I don't.
Rapidly deteriorating like meat that has been overcooked. It's sort of falling off of this ossified bone and like
So
sloughing
let's try this again,
chunks.
Crystal and girl.
It doesn't want me to continue.
Yes. Grab the crystal girl. We have rope.
Please stop describing this fucking thing. But enough of your meat lectures.
Meat
I mean, if you want meat-
lectures.
If you want meat lectures, I can give you meat lectures.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're literally a butcher.
Hey, I never got butcher, but I worked in meat department. I know the struggle. I know the struggle. I know.
I'm a
I
trained.
should have known you'd be a butcher. You're built like a brick shithouse, buddy. I had a feeling. It's like this man does something. I just I'm not surprised it's meat cutter.
I guess I'm built like a cook in that regard. So.
So yeah, if you need help, Vidas is willing to lend it. Like now that it's not trying to actively kill him, he's used to tanning, skinning, doing all the unpleasant stuff you do to monsters and to beasts that he hunts. So yeah, no, wading like elbow deep in this thing to get out the thing, he would help with that.
Grab the crystal and throw it at Olira.
How big is the crystal, by the way, for this?
Throw some fucking cantaloupe-sized gem at me.
Yeah.
Catch, crush.
This crystal is quite large. It would have to be hauled by somebody that has an appropriate. So the bulk of this thing, I want to say it's 5.
Okay.
What is the appropriate thing?
Like the appropriate strength.
Yeah.
As long as you have enough bulk to carry it, it'll be.
Okay.
Carry weight. Let's go. My
right.
favorite thing that everybody hates.
Let me take a little look.
I like carry weight when it becomes relevant to actual.
That's fair. Let's see.
Because
So-
I
Like
got
a-
a +2 in strength, so that's why I'm just asking. Like, what is the appropriate thing?
Oh, I'm strength 18. I just need to make sure I'm not carrying too much.
You got hella. Well, yeah, you got a lot of weapons on you.
And it's yeah, I have the curve blade, I have curve blade, the dagger, which barely does anything. The long sword. Hold on, I don't have a long sword on here. That's right, I used to. It's the elven curve blade, the broadspear, and the crossbow, collectively. Where is the rules for weight again?
Wait.
Here we go. Carrying and using items. Bulk. Bulk value
Yeah.
of an item. Bulk limit. See, bulk 10 plus your strength mod. Oh, no. I should be good. I should
Yeah,
be
you'll be fine.
Yeah,
He can
I'm
definitely
14
haul it.
bulk.
This-
Yeah.
This thing is covered in. It's not just a purely clear crystal. It is definitely. It's covered in all sorts of nasty bits and pieces.
Ew. This is about what I expected, if I'm being honest. And he's just gonna pull out a deerskin cloth and wrap around the crystal and tie it up, and then tie it to rope and sort of just tie it around his torso, in kind of like an improvised carrying pack.
You guys asked how big the crystal was, and Wolfman said it's crystal sized.
Crystal flavored crystal.
The res.
It's from that cool blue shit.
Oh yeah.
And he would take it and tie it up and clamber up to where you guys are. All right, I'll admit it's pretty heavy, but I should be able to carry this without much issue.
Well, when we stop next, I'm sure to check over the runes.
That
Can we
would be
get-
appreciated, yes.
Get the hell out of here.
Cheers
Not
to
only
that.
is it creepy in here, it stinks. Let's go.
Nod and I'll follow.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here and go home. Home, quote unquote, back to the elf village.
Yeah.
That's more home than here for fucking sure.
Yeah.
Now that this crystal's been like properly unearthed and taken away from the burial ground, it seems to lose its luster quite quickly. Not to the point where it's just completely dull and dim. There is some lingering luminescence within its facets.
I think
Little
you'd
do
also
we
probably
know
just
that
like
we're dragging
peering at it.
the,
and stuff.
Little do we know we're dragging the disease with us.
Take the disease. It is a huge rock.
I genuinely don't know what to roll other than nature. Can I make a nature check on this gem now that we can actually see it? It's been cleaned and on what this might be.
I'd say crafting would be more appropriate.
Okay.
It's not a rough. It is cut to some extent. It has been handled.
You might want to. Never mind. Phrasing. 22.
What? What do you mean phrasing?
Never mind. I rolled a 22.
I'm not talking about foreskin. I'm talking about a rock.
I rolled a 22.
Jesus.
You said the quiet part out loud.
Okay. Anyway, this isn't a joke. So you rolled a 22. So,
Why?
yes. So you don't know much about jewel crafting yourself. The art of jewel crafting is more of a human thing after all, but it is something still done in your society. Whomever cut the facets on this thing, they're not like equal. They're not symmetrical as most jewels would be. You see a first thing everybody thinks of is a diamond or like amethyst and like other tear shaped cuts and stuff like that. This thing is cut in a very specific and what's the word I'm looking for? Irregular way.
So with my 22 in crafting, could I guesstimate what a gem like this would have been used for upon its inception?
No. That would require a Arcana lore check.
No.
And I don't think any of you people are magic, especially not the alchemist or the fighter.
So actually, you'd be wrong. My character does, in fact, have a little bit of background in that. Schooled in secrets and arcane tattoos. Not only can my dude cast shield, he also is trained in occultism, as well as also he's not trained in arcana, but it's occultism, and there's like one more. I think it's just
I'm
occultism
definitely
right
trained in
now.
Arcana.
Whomever would like to make an Arcana check may attempt to glean its secrets on the return trip.
Okay. Well, let me just take a look at this. Just want to see. Would you be willing to let
Man.
me use occultism for the roll instead?
This dice really likes rolling
Sort of
16.
reflect like his monster.
I will.
Yeah, it does.
You can roll occultism, but it's going to be a different DC. I won't say it's whether it's higher or lower.
That's fair. 24.
I got a 20. Well, yeah, I got 24 as well.
Okay, so
Nice.
this thing is ancient. Ulvad is a very, very old place. Humanity has only inhabited this place for 1,000 or so years. Therefore, there's plenty of pre-human history here that is yet to be uncovered. You're not sure how this thing got exposed to the elements. This thing was probably long buried under layers upon layers of soil. This burial ground seemed to have inverted itself, thus revealing this thing at the center that caused the collapse in the first place, perhaps. Regardless, this thing is the center of some sort of ritual, a powerful ritual. Maybe not a specific ritual, but it was the center of rituals. And it's a very well used thing. There are within it, like, what you would expect to be more of like a clear shape. It's more clouded, like it's been frequently used.
So it
So
makes a
some
fancy
kind-
door stopper.
The bookend of incredible power.
Bookend, yeah.
So some kind of ritual component or something. Used a lot though.
I don't want that. But where could we find something that, or somebody that would know more about this, if anybody?
I'd suspect the old hunter might know something more. These are their lands. It's not impossible.
That's a good one, Wolf.
The knick-knack of destiny. That is Wolfman. That is called a MacGuffin.
Not gonna lie, kind of want that on a T-shirt.
The
Hope you
knick-knack
don't
of
mind.
destiny.
Knick-knack of destiny.
Yeah, that'll be merch for the channel. It'll just be this weird-looking crystal. It'll just say, and really, it's like a Jackbox drawing. It just says "Knack of Destiny."
Drawn in paint, in MS Paint on T Fury. Oh God.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, I suspect the old hunter might, or maybe one of their people. There's not many fighters left, but they might have, I don't know, shaman or someone who might be aware of their rituals.
Some amongst the survivors were their elderly. Perhaps there is an elf old enough to know what it is.
He just holds his hands like, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, we'll expedite your return trip, just for the sake of folks watching at home and you guys, because
Are you telling me you're not gonna make us roll a bunch of survival and nature checks to get back?
no,
Just kidding. That's not fun on the way home.
no, you need a.
We've been on a long fucking road trip, and you don't stop at any of the tourist traps or any of the cool gas stations. You just want to get the fuck home.
Yeah, like the like Uranus Fudge Factory.
Thank you for not playing the final Lord of the Rings book, where after Frodo survives Mount Doom, he comes home and finds that Saruman's been fucking camping on the fucking Hobbiton. And like they're like, oh shit, what'll we do? And the Hobbits dispatch them. Like, we didn't need this. I know why it's there, but come on, man. Like, seriously, after Mount Doom, they thought they needed a lowering action after that shit? Come the fuck up. Anyway.
There's a reason the movies just threw him off the tower.
Pretty much. Also, Christopher Lee.
Okay, so as you all finally make your return, you are greeted with Ondel once more. Bearded elf.
God, it looks good. It's good. It looks good.
He's handsome.
Roll for untied shoot. Yeah, that's true. So he's just standing there waiting for you with the spear as you all approach with the rock TM, or the knick-knack of destiny, whatever you'd like to call it.
Ulvadas would have like the doe skin out, sort of like slowly untie it and lay it down in front of him and gesture to it. We were hoping you might.
Look, we found this.
We were hoping you might know something more about it, or one of your people. It seemed to be in some kind of burial mound or ritual site of some kind. It was making a mist.
He just nod. Your work is complete.
So you do know what this is?
I do not, but that is, I fear it's not any of your business. I mean no offense when I say this.
I am fine with this.
Do one of the elders possibly know?
I think that was his way of saying he's not going to tell us.
Another mystery for Ulvad. Oh well. It's a world. Does not like to surrender.
He did it!
secrets lightly.
He did it! He said the name of the thing! He did it!
I did it! Roll credits now! Someone quickly slap up the blooper reel. Yeah. Insert Zack Schneider fucking up his lines over and over.
Yep.
Yeah, no. He would just sort of nod to him and, well then, I suppose, if we may, a little rest and food before we leave. And thank you for your patience.
It's been a really long fucking time. What did he promise us for in return for supplies and directions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ezros wanted supplies. Olira wanted directions, and Vetus wanted some sort of compensation.
Yeah, basically anything. Food, place to rest, and he'd be fine with directions too. He's heading by. He was happy to help. He's monster hunting.
Is good.
He's my shit. This is my job. There's no other monster hunters in the zip code. Got to do your thing.
It's called Monopoly.
Do not land on light blue space.
Civic service. It's what you do.
Okay, so each of you are going to receive things. Fetus, I go left or right on the overlay display. Fetus, you're going to receive 85 gold pieces.
Yes.
This is all the gold that I have. I know humanity values such things.
He would nod, and after receiving them, this is very generous. Thank you.
I have no need for them.
You take the coin, just put it in his pack, and just nod respectfully.
I'd like to, Olira. I will guide you home personally. I owe you that much.
That is the best that I can ask for.
And you, he'd look down to Ezra. You wanted supplies?
Hi.
That's some of the supplies.
We've prepared a wagon for you. All of the things that we could spare. Considering we are 30 to 40 warriors weaker, we have no need for surplus of supplies. They would go bad. They are yours.
Thank you pretty much.
I'm afraid I have no beast of burden for you.
They have a beast of burden. He also sort of puts his hand on the little spider dude's shoulder, gives it a pat, kind of saying, "I'll fucking carry it. Don't worry. Just give me a fucking, just give me something I can track it on, and it'll be fine."
Oh. Okay.
Any parting words from the party? Since a lot of you guys are going, or at least one of you is going in the opposite direction of another.
Where do we go from there? I mean, do we continue traveling possibly together then?
I'm afraid I have to return to my people and tell them of the fates of my scouting party. A dozen of them were killed. Their families deserve to know.
I have a
Tell me,
proposition.
small one. Oh,
Oh
Why
no.
don't we- Why don't we all go up there together? I can take you down to my village. You will be treated with respect. And then after that, maybe I can go off and do something else. And I think he's only in it for the money,
well,
so
he crosses his hands and looks down at you. Listen, man, so shut up. You're not
am I
wrong,
wrong?
but it's very presumptuous. It's very presumptuous of you. And for what it's worth, your life experience is worth it as well. I'm a free agent. The money is important, but I just got 85 coin. I'm not going to complain. I'll gladly go.
I'm also afraid you won't have anything to spend it on in between here and the north.
Oh, don't worry, my plan is to retire on this kind of coin, not to spend it wantonly.
He's gonna go buy a giant house on a hill.
I have the house. I need to pay the debt.
See? How does that sound? And then maybe we can all discover what the fuck that thing is.
He's gonna point to the crystal.
Nandel just like sort of takes it and puts it away into a large sack.
Again, Vidas just gives him like a pat on the shoulder. Mysteries of Ulvad, my friend. Just let them keep them.
But I want to know more.
I appreciate your enthusiasm and curiosity, but me bearing the burdens of my father and brethren home is not an adventure. And outsiders are not often welcome, as they often try to kill the Hyptrots to the north.
I have a proposal then. Myself. Counter proposal. Go. Do what you must. I still plan on heading to Dragondale. I hear Dragondale has need of monster hunters. In the meantime, I will help return you to your village. If you want, you can come with me back to Dragondale. And, if you ever get as far out as that area, well, look me up. We could try to meet up for a beer or something.
Kinda sounds like a date.
Like, it looks down at you like, and you get from the look on his face, you realize that hadn't even begun to cross his fucking mind.
Elora just shakes her head like, no. No.
No.
Like, looking down at little Spider Boy.
No.
I would be fine with that, yes.
And safe travels, friend.
Same to you.
Come on. Yep.
Oh, Omni broke up.
Uh-oh. Omni died.
Here.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
yep.
Yep.
Yep,
Okay,
flush-
good. I was about to like, don't fucking gaslight me, guys.
That's my jam.
He would just don't gaslight me, guys. He'd reach over and put his shoulder on his smaller companion, just give him a little pat. And come on, friend. We need to get on the road. Don't want to be
It's
out
on.
while it's dark.
No, not at all.
And I figured that would be the last word from him.
And whenever you do, watch out for bad weather.
And you watch your back for any more creepy things in the dark.
There will always be a surplus of those here.
I'm counting on it. That's my retirement.
Farewell, my friends.
Well, I think it's a good place to end the session.
Yay! We did it! We survived!
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1. The knick-knack of inconceivable power.
Thank
It
you,
was a
you
fun
three.
time, man.
Yes, thank you for the adventure.
Absolutely, yeah. I had a lot of fun running this, learning Pathfinder at the same time. Would you guys like to do some brief outros to just give one or two things that you're working on, where people can find you, that sort of thing?
Sure.
Why not?
Go left. Go left or right, start with Omni.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm the Last Omnitech, your favorite robot American. You guys can catch me on my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/The Last Omnitech. I do a lot of world building, art, and occasionally just casual hangout streams. And I have started getting back into running APs myself. So every other Thursday, so this coming Thursday, or I should say, I guess it's this Thursday. Jesus, time's been flying so fast. This Thursday.
For real.
I know, right? This Thursday, I'll be running my own Pathfinder 2-week campaign, Atanria, Wild Skies of Atanria, which is a later than air adventure in Pathfinder 2e at 7:30 p.m. EST on my channel, so keep an eye for that. And this Saturday, I'll be running my 20 years in development legacy Storytelling the World Tomorrow sci-fi space opera system in Legacy First Flight on DMDM Studios. Super excited to have a bunch of folks involved. And yeah, that's me. Thank you as always, Red. I love being here, buddy.
Thank you, boss. You're always a treat. Well, you know that. I have a hard time running a stream without you. Elise?
Hello, everybody. My name is Elise. It's our Queen T&D on Twitter. I am an artist and a creator, and I created all the player character art that you've seen in this short adventure. And if you'd like to give me a follow on Twitter or some of my other platforms, you can keep a lookout for more character art that I release. And you can also find my Etsy store where I make custom RPG products like unique character sheets and player accessories. That's
Right
me.
up. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was me.
It's you. It's Skeg.
Hello, everybody. I'm Skywalker RPG. You can find me on the internet under that somewhere, somehow. And yeah, you can find me on a lot of places. On Sundays, I will be on Rainbows and Razor Blades. We're in a all veteran campaign right now, so all of us that play are veterans of some sorts.
Nice.
And you can find me tomorrow over there as well, where we're going to be wrapping up a D&D campaign. And on every other Friday, you can find me on a Mutants and Masterminds actual play podcast, Dice Drop Evolution. And then on Tuesdays, you can find me, here to play some Magic. So, yeah, I'm all over the place, guys.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Happy to have you do it. Happy to have you in an AP of mine. You know.
Oh yeah.
Not so happy to see you play Torbran coming up, but that I can get over that.
You don't want me to burn the world?
I am literally your enemy color, so I don't know how else I could put that. Well, thank you, folks. I believe we're gonna be. Let's see. Right at. Gonna rate into -2 charisma. Danny's up as well. I haven't rated Danny, but between -2 charisma and Danny. Danny's playing Elden
Go
Ring.
for it.
Roll for it.
That's
Thank you, Werewolf. I appreciate you. You have a great night too. Yeah, I'll roll for it. Odds evens. Odds. Well, actually, even because it's -2, and because Danny hurt 1. Okay, Danny it is. All right, folks, stick around. Danny's playing some Elden Ring. Danny's a friend, a really good person, and yeah. Fuck, I accidentally unrated. Hold on a second. All right. Night, folks. Much love. I'll see you real soon.
Bye.
Bye bye.